Welcome everybody to Southern Spice. We got a special quarantine episode for you, man. Everyone's going on lockdown. We got the usual suspect, Corey Stayback in the motherfucker. But we also got our boy Caleb home from college till the foreseeable future, especially if it goes into the apocalypse.
What's up, boys?
What are you gonna do if? I mean, you, as of right now, you've technically wasted $40 grand. Or 50 grand, would you say?
I don't know. I don't know how much I've spent.
Now let me not say wasted, but if
it's probably like, it's probably like 25 a year.
But if the economy, if pretty much the United States goes into apocalypse mode, you could have spent that money on guns.
Wait, but to be fair, he will have some sort of background on engineering.
But also, if it's in the apocalypse, I don't need a job, and like.
No, but he's saying you could have guns.
Yeah, but also. There's no need for money
and he
anymore.
wouldn't have that much money because he did get scholarship, right?
Yeah, but I lost it.
Yeah, but like the first semester at least.
Yeah, I guess. But like also in the apocalypse, just steal guns. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to have bought them already.
Yeah, like we got Citrus Closet right now. Like,
I'd rather be prepped.
I mean, I have a pistol, so just roll up on some people walking like.
And to be fair, he has us, the boys.
Yeah, I feel like that shit would be difficult. That shit's low-key sketch.
It's not sketch anymore. We're ready
for robbing people in the apocalypse?
No, the apocalypse in general.
Because
just think what would happen. Like nobody's there to watch like nuclear.
Like nuclear power plants. Yeah,
they'll melt down. But I mean, we're right near the Savannah River plant.
Caleb's like, oh shit!
But like,
I didn't
think
about
if like every nuclear reactor on the planet went to shit.
Yeah, the Earth would be uninhabitable.
It'd be fucked.
Bro, that's why we got a bunker in a secured location.
You have to be like
Stop lying to these poor folks. No, you don't.
You have to be like 16 feet underground to not see radiation, right?
I don't know. I don't know the line. I know lead lining will do it.
Like you get like potassium iodide tablets, so it's the like anti-radiation pills. Is it potassium? Expensive. No, they're not. They're really not. I actually have some coming.
Dude, you're the most prepped out of all of us.
Caleb witnessed firsthand.
Let's talk about your gas mask. Like that's like chemical warfare type stuff, bro.
Bro, you gotta get ready.
Like he's like, yo, I'm buying a gas mask, and I thought you were buying one of those fucking like
the little
construction worker ones, like that,
like the car technician one or some shit like that. Like
yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, this isn't
like it's full seal. Like he's like about to go into the like gas chamber on Paris.
Like you look like you're killing Jews type of gas mask.
Listen. Why you gotta tell them, bro? Oh, yeah, no, I'm joking.
Shit.
Cut it. Cut it out.
Edit.
That's removed.
Edit.
That's demonetized.
Especially when I give them my money.
Pausing in 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? What's this wee bullshit? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Corey is super prepped, dude. He's already got bags packed and stuff.
But
like you have a whole bag full of clothes. Like that's like a waste. Like.
Well, that would be just to get in my car.
Like, if the apocalypse is going down, dude, you have, like, time in your house to put on the clothes and then grab your actual bag of stuff.
What if there's a bombing right away? Because I have a look. I'm not staying at my dad's. Like, despite all the shit he has there, I'm not staying there.
Like, I don't know.
Like, in my opinion, I would get all that shit just in my van, like, quick as I can. You know, take some of the gas cans.
Yeah.
Dude, what I worry is, like, if we get bombed, like, it's so hard to fucking get away from it.
But other than that,
it's going to be awful because we don't have basements down here.
Yeah. And, I mean, we're all relatively, like, close to it. Like, yeah, it may be, like, a 17-minute or a 17-mile drive to get to the air station or Paris Island. But by boat, we're only relatively, like, 5 miles away.
Oh, yeah, it's not bad at all. We live in a very good spot, in my opinion, when it comes down to, like, if shit was to go down.
But also, if shit were to go down, like, somebody tried to invade, then we'd be a target because that's where they train Marines.
Now, me and Spencer talked about this. Oh, shit, sorry, Mike. But me and Spencer talked about this with the, would you try to damage the military or damage the morale of the U.S.? Because we said, like, bombing New York City.
Like, if I was going to bomb something, I would bomb L.A. and New York.
Or would you weaken the military?
Because that would be such a soul-crushing move.
But you can't just, like, is the bombing followed up by a land invasion?
No, I think it would just be a bombing. Is what
like I'm talking about just leveling a fucking city.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, you'd hit big, like you'd hit New York City,
LA,
you hit Washington D.C.
Yeah.
You'd
Of
lose a
course.
bunch of shit in
Yeah,
Washington, like a
100%.
bunch of your planes. But imagine you bomb the Capitol, like that would destroy everyone. Then you hit L.A. and just for shits and giggles, hit somewhere in Texas because like that'll.
That's
Dallas.
a huge, like,
Yeah, you hit
Dallas
that,
or San
that's like
Antonio?
heart of like redneck country.
Yeah.
You know those people would be
somewhere
Like-
like Nashville or some shit like that. Like,
yeah something that's like I don't know, the American spirit.
yeah, I
You
feel
know what
that.
I mean?
I feel like New York City is like the American like
Well,
everything
when
moves in and out of
people
New
when
York.
people talk about the United States, I feel like people talk about the Big Apple. You know,
yeah,
Yeah.
like that's what people view. They're like, oh shit, like that's
like
what I would
if
do.
like
That's why
I'm going to
9/11 was
England,
so big.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like I'm taking a trip to England, you're going to L.A. Like
Yeah.
if you're I'm taking a trip to the United States, you're going, or I mean, you're going to London, or if
Yeah.
you're taking a trip to the United States, you're either going to New York or L.A.
Yeah.
You know,
That's-
maybe Atlanta for some
yeah,
people.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe
Atlanta could be, but I don't think
We have a
Atlanta
lot
would
of
be that big of a
headquarters in
target.
Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like what?
Well, we have a lot of like the like.
it's like
services.
a cheaper. Atlanta's like a cheaper New York, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a lot cheaper though.
Yeah.
No offense to New York, but come on now.
Because New York is so
New-
bougie.
Or no offense to Atlanta, I meant New York's just so high up.
Yeah. But we'll see.
I mean, shit. Imagine dropping like some shit on Wall Street, like all of Wall Street. Like, bro, what would you even do?
So you know what? Charlie worked on Wall Street. Him and Beth worked on Wall Street.
I think I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were telling me like we got in the conversation about drugs the other night, and she was
Amen.
like, I remember being pregnant with my first kid, going into the bathroom and seeing a girl just do a line of cocaine in the bathroom.
On Wall Street, dude. The Wolf of Wall Street was pretty accurate in the drugs.
I was like, cocaine was just
department.
out there. Nobody gave a fuck on Wall Street. She's like,
Fuck
yeah,
no.
nobody cared.
no, because I mean,
I like them drugs. Come on now.
because
She
I
thought
mean,
she didn't even know shrooms were still around.
really,
Yeah.
the one thing that I wish I was around for was Quaaludes, just to try them. Like, honestly,
And you can't fucking kid him, dude. The Wolf of Wall Street's one of the best movies
Oh,
I've ever fucking seen.
absolutely. It's just I don't know why, but the structure is so good. Like it's almost like an anthology to like a bigger series. Like
You
looking
know,
at Crazy Times in
Jonah
America.
Hill only got paid like $300,000 to do that movie.
Really?
He took a huge pay cut because he wanted to work with the director so bad.
the director and probably Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. How many times do you jerk off a week?
A day.
Three, maybe 3 times a week. You gotta put those numbers up.
I forgot we're talking about Wolf of Wall Street, so I thought he was asking my numbers. I was like fitting to get on the mic real quick and be like, yo, I'll
Spit
give you
some
some numbers.
Those are rookie.
I'm
numbers.
on page 1,000 of Pornhub right now. Dude, the fucking virus memes are the best.
Oh, they're so funny. But like, also, it's like, fuck, if someone discovers this shit, this is what the last record of like humanity is. The memes that we made making fun of this disease that wiped us out.
They'd be like, wow, those are some fucking idiots.
Like,
Dude, did
that-
you see? I saw somebody post it. It was like, y'all need to stop blaming people for making fun of this virus. South Carolina literally scared away or memed away a whole hurricane last year.
We did.
We really did.
So.
Honestly, the hurricane is low key what made me like kind of sell my Jeep.
Why?
Really?
Yeah, do you remember how much water I had in my Jeep? I had like an inch of water. Like my top leaked.
Oh, why didn't you ever get a hard top?
I was, and like I was thinking about it, but then like
When that deal came across.
yeah, and then I was talking to them about it. And they were like, "Yeah, hard tops leak too."
Oh,
I was like, "This
Jesus.
is fucking retarded."
Yeah, Jeeps are overrated.
Don't get me wrong. I
Like,
fucking
they're
love.
a nice ass car.
Dude,
But,
I
like, if you
loved
set
my
them
Jeep.
up to be like a useful vehicle, they'd be a great like I don't know, like off road. If you actually set up for off road and you didn't use it like these fucking high schoolers do. Just
Yeah, I mean,
riding around.
honestly, it probably all in all.
Coach Danny's Jeep is the Jeep that I would have, dude. Doesn't he have like a winch on that thing?
Yeah, but he's got a small motor in it.
I mean, they're nice ass cars, but like, I mean, even your experience from working at Subaru, like when a Jeep comes in like a used car, they usually have problems. Like my experience at Volkswagen, the few times, you know,
Yeah. I mean,
3
Jeep
months
parts
out
are
there.
relatively cheap because they're just so readily available and it
Yeah.
happens all the time. Like my blower motor for my AC went out at 14,000 miles.
Jesus.
who paid for that? You did.
Warranty, hell yeah, warranty
Oh.
paid for that shit. I got money back for when I sold my Jeep for my extended warranty.
Yeah.
Got $1,000 back, and it all went to my tonsillectomy, boy.
Oh yeah, good times.
Great times, great times. Dude, I fucking hated taking
Percocet?
I had oxys.
Oxys.
Yeah.
Bro, they
I did
make you
not
feel
shit
so
for
sick.
a week.
You feel so sick.
Dude, have you seen that new ad for him now? It's like there's a drug that'll help you shit while you're on opioids.
Yeah.
I was like, I think we're just like, putting a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound here, people.
Yeah, I went back to work that
Shit
next
works
Tuesday. Like I
sometimes.
got my tonsils taken out on Thursday and went back to work Tuesday, and it was fucking miserable.
Yeah.
It really was. My boss had to come pick me up because it was too high.
Oh, dude, they put a new commercial out, like just talking about like how bad opioids are. Like, have you seen the one? It's like a dude in a pool and like he's just doing his normal life. He was like, I needed opioids. If you don't, ask your doctor if you actually need them, because 4 and 5 heroin users started on opioids. I was like, those are horrible statistics for opioid manufacturers.
Yeah, but you can pretty much skew statistics either way you want it.
Yeah, but I think at this point, you can't. Like, I don't know, the John Oliver thing on opioids, like, everybody that was, like, in the circle that they were interviewing on the show had, like, either started on...
I did not see that section of it. I'll have to watch it after this.
But I just think it was... I think opioids are really bad. Like, like when they first started marketing...
Yeah,
when they first started marketing them, like, they were like, this is non-addictive and everything.
Dude,
Like,
I took
drug
one
companies
and,
are
like, I was,
horrible.
like, stupid high, like, the first one I ever took, and I was just like, oh, this shit's fucking great. But I could only get, like, half an erection. I was like, dude, this thing's so fucking... I was like, dude, what are you doing? I was home, and I was just like, might as well, and then I was just like, you're not working.
I know he was like,
what is wrong?
It was like the shaft was chilling, but other than that, you're like, what the fuck's going on?
No, yeah, dude.
The worst form of whiskey dick ever.
Yeah, it's like...
Like you're trying to work, but
no,
no.
dude, it was like morning wood, but it's like 30 degrees outside. So you still got a little bit of morning wood, but now, and your penis is also like, ooh, I'm fucking cold. Let me...
It's like shrinking, but it's like a 2-inch hard dick.
Yeah, it's trying its best to get up and
It's
stay
like looking
up.
like a little Dickie's dick.
Probably.
And Dave.
I wonder if he does actually have like scarring on his dick. Do you think that's real?
I feel like it went a little more extra, but I feel like he might actually have a like.
He might. I don't know. Those are his actual parents in the show.
Yeah.
So...
Is that his actual girlfriend too, or is that just some
No,
actress?
he
No,
doesn't.
that's the
he
girl
does
from
Pillow
Pillow Talking.
Oh.
Brain on some other shit, though. I be working in the club for...
Copyright.
Yes, lawsuit. Dude, that... Little Dickie's such a weird rapper. Because, like, you can't, like, not fuck with him. Like, oh, his
Yeah, I know.
You're just like, oh,
He's
his
such a
shit's
bad
not
rapper.
hard. Like, that's not his rap, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
not that's not his style. He's not like Young Thug or Lil Baby or something like that, or
You-
Dub Baby. Like,
you
he's
remember
not-
Rocka Rocka Ali?
No, I actually
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, dude.
That's big sad because you were trying to get us like have a reaction.
Hold on. You'll recognize one of his songs. Let me play it real quick.
You didn't get the
Of
reaction.
course, like,
out
fuck
of
your business plans.
fuck your shit, cuz.
Rocka Rocka Ali. You know who put me onto this shit?
No,
Alec. Adam.
Fucking Andrew Williams.
really?
That was my second guess. My third guess. I don't remember that.
That's a Kesha like remix.
It's a parody. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
parodies and shit.
Yeah, I don't remember that, guys. I don't know what he's talking about.
You don't remember Kesha, dude?
No, I know Kesha, motherfucker. I ain't know about this. Okay, damn parody shit y'all talking about.
It was on the radio. The radio. I really like started listening to him because you know the song "I'm Awesome." It's like I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Driving
I
around
know
in
that
my
one.
mom's ride. I'm awesome. 30 seconds of my life gone by, and I met all my friends online, motherfucker. I'm awesome.
He's
Like-
dropping bars on the
Like,
podcast.
shit, man. I be dropping other people's lyrics. Call me fucking Nick Cannon, bro.
Well, Tori out
Oh
here,
no,
What you mean?
ain't on Wild and Out. Get out of here with that shit.
Dude, I'd love to be on that show.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that shit just looks like a good fucking
Dude, Plead
time.
the Fifth is actually my favorite bit on Wild
I like
and Out.
the pillow talk one where you have to question.
Oh.
Yeah, that shit's hilarious.
Or yeah, like or
I only started watching that because of you.
or the one that
Your
like
house.
you trying to holler or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's funny.
Or the buzzer beater one where it's like
Yeah, you got to race to the
Hood. One of them in the recent episodes was Hood sayings,
Oh yeah.
and then one of them was like, "Boy, if you don't get your ass back in this house and help me clean up," and that shit was hilarious. This is black culture.
So what we got going on, guys?
You know, just trying not to die.
Trying not to die. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna do school for the next months.
The
How
life
many?
of a college student.
I don't know how many months it is. I don't keep track of things.
I still can't believe the New York governor said this could last 9 months. I'm like, bro, kiss my ass.
Bro,
Dude, if it goes, every state's gonna be on lockdown.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there will be so much rioting. No
Well,
question
if it's
about it.
9
dude.
months, because they can't do that many checks. And
Dude.
if it's 9 months, you can't do 2 checks.
And New York, dude, everybody's already broken the curfew or like the lockdown. They played a game of Manhunt on like in Times Square like a couple nights ago, like a bunch of people.
Hey man, that's us.
And I was like, what is going on here? Like, do you either not care? Like, I guess everybody figures that nobody else is gonna be outside,
Dude.
and then they're like, oh shit, there's other people out here.
You know what the coronavirus reminds me of?
What?
The fucking Thanos snap. Do you remember the scene where they're doing like the support group in New York and the whales are like back into the harbor and shit? I'm like, dude, that's low-key fucking Italy right now.
Yeah, Italy's getting fucked.
Dude, I heard that Italy shit about dolphins coming back was fake or something. Like the canals are clear, but there's no dolphins in it.
The main ones I've seen are like swans.
Yeah, the swans. And isn't there? I saw a picture that there's like artwork on the bottom of the like canals in Venice.
Really?
Yeah, it looked like there was a painting of a deer at the bottom of it.
Like on like the ledge of the building?
No,
Or
like
in the
underneath
canal?
the water.
It could have been. Yeah, I mean they could have dug in and let the water come in.
Yeah, because the boats that they use aren't deep.
I
They're
mean Venice really is just fucking washing away though.
Oh yeah, dude, they've had to like rebuild everything. Like old buildings are like falling apart or some shit.
Yeah, this shit's gonna set Italy back bad.
No, I don't think it'll set Italy back. I think it'll decrease their population.
I think it'll set them back.
Like in terms of what?
I think for how long this is gonna last. I mean, medically.
I mean, what?
Because during this time, it's not like you're stopping progress of everything and you're trying to fix one problem. You can't do other shit during this time.
It was nearly what 800 deaths. Like
Yesterday was 800. Today was 650.
and the day hasn't even ended.
Yeah. So now they're at 5,800 total confirmed deaths.
But straight up,
But China's at 3,000 though.
China's straight up lying about this stuff,
yeah.
bro. That's not cool,
Dude, I have
Yeah, it's really not.
some of the shit like, oh yeah, these masks were made in Wuhan. I'm like, you guys are fucking retarded.
Yeah,
Like, what?
that Amazon shit where they were selling masks from Wuhan. I was like, this is where that started. Toss that shit out.
I do like how Amazon came down on that guy for price gouging on the hand sanitizer. He bought 7,000 bottles of hand sanitizer and was selling them for $70 a piece on Amazon.
That's insane, dude.
Really?
I went to the store today. There was like no cleaning supplies. The whole like the shelves where there's like paper products, toilet paper, paper towels, like anything, empty, just gone. I was like, is everybody just like there when the truck shows up and is like,
Probably.
all right,
No, dude.
load it into my car. Don't put it on the shelf.
So Steven, who I work with, his partner runs a Dollar General,
Yeah.
and like literally, they have cops out there when the trucks come.
They should.
Oh,
because
I wouldn't be surprised someone tries to hijack.
Well, yeah, one of the stores, like literally, like people were like pretty much fighting over shit like outside the truck, and like people were literally huddled around the truck, and he's like, everyone go inside and start a line. Everyone's gonna get one toilet roll of
like one package of toilet paper.
Yeah.
So
Imagine if they said one roll each. You'd be like, fuck that shit.
But you know those people that are like buying it like that already have enough.
Yeah, probably.
The real people
listen,
I'm
man,
mad
I ain't
at.
afraid to wipe my ass with some tree bark or some leaves.
The real people I'm mad at are the people that started this. Like they were like, oh, this virus is getting bad. Let me buy all of the shit
so
right
then
now.
other people were like, oh, I gotta do it.
But like, and then the person that goes to the store like not panicked is like, I need toilet paper because I'm out of toilet paper and they can't find anything.
So
You
now
wanna
I
hear a really fun-
I gotta go early the next day.
Yeah.
You want to hear a really funny story about about toilet paper?
Oh no.
So Wesley and I were in the
Oh,
woods
no.
at grandmama's.
Yeah.
I'm not giving away certain locations because fuck the apocalypse.
I
Fuck
got
you
you.
guys. We were literally out there doing. I can't remember what we were doing with my dad. We were with my dad and my uncle. And Wesley was like, "Dad, I have to go. I have to go. I have to go." And so, Uncle Lonnie was like, I have toilet paper in the truck in my toolbox. Go get it. And my brother literally shit himself on the way. We were like 8-4 though, so we were fucking.
But he was 8, guys. That's what Spencer's telling us.
Corey, you shit yourself in high school. I don't want to hear shit.
Hey,
I shit myself in high school before, dude. I got sick from.
But at least mine was at my house.
Dude, his was at his house while we were on Xbox.
We were playing, like,
it
Call
was
of
the
Duty.
funniest shit.
I was like, you hear that?
I was like, no,
I don't think that was
shit.
just a fart. I think I started. And I was like, I came back. I was like, yep, I did.
No, dude, you came back. You're like, that was disgusting. Because I had no idea that he actually did. He's like, I think I shit myself. And he takes all of his shit off and he walks away. And then he comes back. That was disgusting. I'm like, bro, you actually shit yourself? And I died laughing for the next 5 minutes.
That was back when I didn't have as much hair in my ass, so it wasn't as bad. I actually wiped most of it away. But nowadays, if that happens, you gotta wash that shit, boy.
What the fuck?
You gotta take a razor and everything. That
Dude,
get
so,
the
like,
crusties off.
So we were on the way to Tennessee one Christmas, and we stopped by a Japanese steakhouse to go on our way up. And we were staying at a hotel on our way there because, like, I forget what it was, but anyways, so we ate it. I ate two, like, I think it was the what is it, yum yum sauce is what they call it?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
shrimp sauce.
Yeah, shrimp sauce. And I ate too much, and I was like, there's a stretch of road for about 27 miles before you go through Spartanburg to where there's no rest stop. And like 2 miles into that stretch, I was like, dude, I gotta take a shit. And like I rushed to the bathroom, and then I couldn't hold it in as I was getting in the stall, and I literally
Did you shit your pants or did you shit on the stall?
No, I didn't shit on the
I'd
stall.
be awesome, right?
Dude, I wouldn't give a fuck, dude. If I had to get like another on the back on the road, I'd be like, fuck this stall, dude. I'll blow it out in this stall.
But then, so like, I was like really sick. Like I was apparently super sick, and like when we got to the hotel room, I didn't even know, but I shit myself again. Like I didn't even know. Like I was like, okay, I went in to take a shower, and I literally get in there. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, somebody go get me some underwear from the fucking car, please. And like, I was like, this is one
Man
of
was
the
having a good commando.
dude. I was like, this is a shitty night right now. And I was just making jokes while I was in the shower. I said, there's still more, and I was just yelling shit. And my mom and dad were fucking dying laughing.
It won't stop.
But my dad kept asking me, why couldn't you hold it? Why didn't you hold it in? I said, I didn't even know I went.
Wesley taught me the wrong way. I was so scarred.
I feel like I've never pissed myself, but I've shit myself.
Dude, were you in my class when, what was that kid's name?
Don't say names.
Okay, I don't remember his name anyway.
What's he look like?
Brown hair, kind of weird kid. He was in our science class, 6th grade. He like passed out.
With our boy, yeah, I know you're talking about.
He like passed out.
That like heavyset kid that we all thought was gay?
Maybe? I don't, yeah, I think he wasn't heavy, but he
And
was
then they
like,
moved to Bluffton?
yeah, I
He
think
was,
so.
like, chubbier?
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's a kid that will always go, God didn't make Adam and Eve. God made Adam and Steve.
I don't remember, dude. In 6th grade, he like passed out, and then he like peed himself, and I was like freaked out. I was like, what the hell?
Like, you legit thought he fucking died.
Yeah, because I knew that like
Bodily fluids.
yeah, like when you die, like you piss and shit yourself, and I was like, oh fuck, is he okay?
Boy, you trying
Like,
to die?
That's probably why they moved, because it was fucking embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, but also like scary. Like I understand, like you can't control yourself if you passed out.
Was it in 8th grade or 6th grade that Miss Larson like got cut with somebody's track cleats? I think it was 8th grade.
I think it was 8th.
Yeah, and she got like
Was it like Cody? Ooh.
No.
No,
it wasn't him. He didn't.
It
He
was-
didn't
No,
run
I
track.
can't say names.
Yeah.
He didn't run track.
Yeah.
It
we
might have been
We can say names about people we know won't give a shit.
Yeah, but I don't know how she would feel about this just because of the situation. But
Yeah.
like she was like swinging her bag like on her back, and Miss Larson was right behind her, and it just cut up Miss Larson. Like the metal cleats stuck through like the little gym bag and just cut up. Miss Larson.
yeah.
Dude, I miss Miss Larson
I
so
know.
much.
Dude,
That was our freshman year, boy. That was sad.
Yeah, like so. For those of you who
I'm not gonna lie, Corey. When we had her funeral, I was a little mad at you just because you came in like a polo shirt. I was like, bro, show
I
some
was in a
respect.
polo.
You were in a polo?
Yeah.
I didn't even.
But
I
you
don't
were
even
mad
think
at me, huh?
I don't even think I remember seeing you there.
No, we were on the other side.
Yeah,
'cause
I think you and
I
Corey
rode
were on
with
the other
Grant.
Yeah, you were on the opposite side too.
I went with my mom, right?
Yeah, it was
Mom,
you and
mom,
Kyle.
yeah.
It was you and Kyle.
So for those of you who don't know, like Miss Larson was one of the
But
like
it obviously doesn't matter now.
yeah, but Miss Larson was our 6th grade and 8th grade science teacher. So we had her 2 years, and she was like one of the most nice, caring. She was a good teacher too. it's not like some teachers you get where they're nice and care about their
Went to
students,
Harvard.
but they're
She went to Harvard.
yeah, but they're like just shitty teachers. Like some people are just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's not, to call them a bad person. Just some people aren't meant to teach, but they generally care about their students. But she was the best combination of both. And in 7th grade, we were in 7th grade, right? When she was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Don't remember.
I don't remember, to be honest. Well, I know that. So I had her 6th
Yeah,
and 8th
'cause
grade year, and Kyle had her 6th and 8th grade year. So
Yeah.
she had me and Kyle for 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
Because Kyle's a year older.
So
than
it would have been your 8th grade year.
me. Yeah.
Because then we would have had it. So our 7th grade year.
our 7th.
But anyway, so she beat breast cancer. Like, dude, when she first came back, like she came back like at the end of at the school day to see everyone when everyone was leaving. It was like it was really cool because everyone was just like clapping and like
Yeah.
hugging on her and stuff. And it was literally a month into freshman year. Miss Larson passed away.
Yeah, because I had Jim, and I found out from Bobby.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was sad.
that shit was fucking wild.
I probably still have that Facebook message to my mom.
Dude,
I'm
can we
gonna
talk
check right
about
now.
stuff on the public record?
What?
Like our 6th grade English teacher. and
Being
our-
arrested.
Yeah.
For a check ride. Yeah. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
we can talk him. But
Oh, Jarvis?
Yeah, Jarvis,
Jarvis?
bro. Dude, he was so weird. And one of the subs we had in that class.
Had epilepsy, dude. I was there when she had.
No, another one. One of the temp subs. He was like, I don't know. Me and Andrew Williams.
Yeah,
okay.
No, we already said his name once.
Yeah, me and Andrew Williams were fucking around in that class, and like, I don't know the sub. I don't remember his name. He became a track coach our 8th grade year. He came up and he like called me up. He was like, "Are you fucking gay, kid? Why are you touching him?" I was like, "No, we're friends. What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, "That's super unprofessional. And what the fuck are you trying to tell some fucking 8th grader or 6th grader that ask him if he's gay?" Like, I
Wait,
feel
so
like
who
that's-
said this?
one of the older one, he was an older black dude. And then
oh.
I don't remember his name, but I think it might have been Johnson.
I think it was the one who was the basketball coach.
Yeah, basketball, and then he became a track coach too.
Yeah.
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 He said that.
Yeah.
Really,
He
I
moved-
like that guy.
He moved away after our 8th grade year.
Yeah, he was weird. And then he was cool because we threw shot put and discus in 8th grade, and he was a track coach. So he was okay.
I liked him as a sub. I never knew he did that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then the permanent sub or the teacher they hired had epilepsy.
Yeah.
Dude, those kids in that class were assholes about it.
That's what it was from. Like that's what like.
That's why
like,
she
that-
left.
Like
No,
but like triggered so much stress and shit. Like
No, well, it happened so. She has epilepsy, as far as I knew, because Miss Larson explained it to me in 8th
she already
grade.
had. Yeah.
And so, because kids were making fun of her, and Miss Larson was like, "You guys can't make," and gave us a whole speech about it. So
Nobody knew how serious epilepsy was more that age.
I don't remember, but somebody was. I mean, I know who, but I'm not gonna say their names and throw them under the bus and be a dick.
Because you were in that class.
Yeah, I
when
was
she
in the
did
class when she had the seizure.
Yeah, because I was in Miss Larson's class.
Yeah,
when she
Me
had
too.
it.
I was
Yeah,
with-
so
I was with
somebody
Corey.
had a laser pointer and was flashing in her face, trying to be
Oh.
funny. You know how you used to
I
do it
bet
on
I
the
know who
board
it
just to
is.
freak a teacher out and just
Yeah.
make fun. They were doing it in her face, and she's like, "You guys have to stop that!" And then she pretty much had a panic attack, which led to the seizure. I remember she literally knew it was coming. She walked out of her classroom and
Yeah,
just
because
laid.
we saw her.
I didn't see her.
She
Yeah,
laid
I
down.
saw her, yeah.
She laid down in the middle of the pod.
Yeah.
So for the pod, for those of you who don't understand, it was pretty much like a small school. You had 4 classrooms, and it was your main classes, and then you had this little common area in between where you would go between classes.
Yeah.
And she literally laid out in that common area and had a fucking seizure.
You remember when our pod was so bad that they would sit us, and remember we would all so there was the 4 classes that you're talking about, in the 2 lockers, and we would sit
in the
and
locker room.
Well, no, I'm talking about when we would sit down and the 4 teachers would be in the center. Remember, because they had their little teachers' lounge right in the middle, and they would talk, and they would make us sit down, and they would always be fucking bitching at our pod because we had such a shitty pod.
Was
Wait,
that
which pod
6th?
was that?
I
That
think
was
that was
6th
6th grade. Yeah,
we were all in the same one.
Yeah.
We weren't in the same classes in 6th grade. No, because
No.
you had Larson first period, but I
Me and
was-
Corey had the same classes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
no,
did.
I was in it with John and Matt.
Yeah.
Because we had 2 classes together in 6th grade, right?
Yeah, we had our social
And we had
studies
all-
and
Yeah,
math.
we had all of them.
Yeah.
We had our social studies and math class together.
Yeah.
That's the classes we had together.
That's when you were advanced.
I was advanced in high school.
Were you?
Yeah.
Guys, he fucking dogging y'all for no
I had
reason.
2 AP credits.
You do? Which
Yeah.
ones? Human Geo and...
Are you talking about the engineering classes one? Because technically the engineering classes were college credits the last
That's
two.
true.
I didn't ever get a certificate or anything for those. I should have put those on
No, I guess I only had...
Because I had 3 college credits. No. I didn't get the AP one. So
no, all I had was AP Human Geography, yes.
Yeah,
that's the only one I thought I took A push, but I ended up not.
Hey, Debbie.
Yeah.
Oh, Debbie.
Yep. We talked about that on the other podcast.
Y'all did? With who?
No, when the Levi stole the project.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Yeah. So, anyways, but like I took all honors. Like I was 2 years ahead of math. Like my math credits were done when I was a sophomore.
Amen. Sorry, I had to do this.
I took all honors and shit.
Caleb, speaking the mic.
Why?
Oh, just like actually.
But I'm glad I
really?
didn't take all those fucking AP classes. Fuck that shit.
good.
That shit just seems like so much work.
It wasn't really that much. Honestly.
Caleb,
It was
well,
pretty easy.
you're actually succeeding with school.
I'm not succeeding,
Yeah,
dude.
Well, you're in Clemson, and me and Spencer are. Well, Spencer's employed,
Yeah.
and
But
I'm
like,
not.
AP classes
I mean,
weren't
I
that
am
bad.
employed with one job.
The only one that was actually hard was AP Chem.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Boda tried to get me to take that class, and I was like,
Dude,
no.
Dude, Boda loved me so much, dude. She gave me 9 points, so I got a B in that
She thought you were
class.
Wesley's brother, remember?
I know, the first day of regular
And
Chem.
that's when he said, "Never disrespect me like that again."
Dude, she did not care at all
No,
about
I'm
regular
joking.
Chem.
No. Her and Mac sat me down, and they were like, honestly, you're one of the worst students we've ever had. I was like, damn. And they were like, not for the fact that you're not smart, and like every kid, like, he goes, you're just... It's one of those situations where they were like, if you put in like half the effort, you would pass with like flying colors.
Bro, he made me take physics.
And I was just like, but
And I skipped.
like I'm making a 70. And dude, I asked for marine biology, and Dr. Boda said no, he's taking physics, and so I got put in physics.
So that's what Mr. Mack did, and I took marine science and physics because I knew, and I took marine science first semester, so I passed that. I knew I didn't need physics. And Kaylee Richardson had this class with me, so she knows, and so did Grant. I skipped like 60. I literally had.
Dude,
I didn't have my absences.
When I didn't have my internship.
In physics.
When I didn't have my internship, he goes, "Hey, you trying to chill out?" I was like, "Sure."
Yeah, dude. And so you would do it, and Joey had an internship, and Aiden had an internship, and Aiden never went. Boy, so I'd be leaving school all the time.
Dude, Tokar was pissed about that.
By Aiden leaving?
Yeah. Well, Aiden was he at Hargrave or was he in the county?
I think he was at
One
the
of the
county,
ones.
if I
'Cause
remember.
No, he was at the county.
The sucky part about my internship is because I really wanted to leave, but my internship, like, I was at the school. They put me at the school.
Yeah.
Which wasn't that bad because JJ was running my internship, and I got that. JJ was super cool, and I, like, when there was nothing, I would fucking...
See, I'm pretty sure that the lady that Aiden had never said anything to Aiden about coming. So Aiden was like, oh, I'm off the hook and everything. And then I guess she ended up emailing Tokar that Aiden hasn't showed up like the last month.
Well, you're taking an internship, so like you're supposed to be responsible for your own self. You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to have some work ethic and do things on your own.
What kind of pissed me off about that, though, is so they interviewed us, and you got scored on your interview, and the max you could get was 45 points. And there were 3 of us that got 41 points. And I was one of them, but I didn't get the Hargrave internship.
Yeah, they gave it to Daquan, right?
Yeah.
And Tommy.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they were better than me, I would 100% say, but I was just kind of pissed because I'm like, so here I am wowing your interview.
At the...
Daquan? Yeah.
Yeah, he would have helped everyone, bro.
Yeah.
Tokar's going to hate me for saying that, but because you're never supposed to help anyone. You remember, you're
supposed to help people, but Daquan
you're not supposed to do it. He would do it.
Yeah, he would lead you to the
and
answer.
He would give like a flash drive to someone, and you were never like, people were supposed to do their own shit. You go home, you download the shit you need, and Daquan would help a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Tokar ever listens to this, Tokar will be very disappointed. So.
But Tokar probably also knew I was pretty lazy.
Oh, I'm not talking about just
I'm not lazy. Like, I have a good work ethic. Like, when I see something's in the benefit for me, but like, if there's a shortcut, I'm going to take it.
I feel like that's just human nature.
I about to say, yeah.
Yeah, that's not like, I don't know. That's not really laziness. That's just
no, but in his class, like, he was all
efficient.
about, hey, if you just do it step by step, it's going to work every time. I'm like, well, if you take this and that out, like, I still get to the same results. And he's like, that's not how we're doing it. Type
I guess it's probably because it was like an introductory class, and he's supposed to be teaching you, the actual process of different things.
The first one I definitely took, like, I followed step by step, but then, like, when I started getting in, knowing more shit, I was like, oh, okay. So, but it was all right. I had fun. It was great. And then JJ would be like, hey, you still have to show up to my internship when I'm not here, but you could always get a note to sign out, and he'd be winking at me.
Dude, JJ was cool as hell.
Yeah.
He was scary on the football
he's
field,
still
dude.
There, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
He is, sorry.
Dude, he was scary on the football field, bro.
You know he's in a motorcycle club now?
Really?
Yeah, bought himself a motorcycle.
Nice. Good for him, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude, once he got that pacemaker, he was itching to get back on the football field.
Hell yeah.
Dude, because when his doctor finally cleared him, he was like, I'm back on now. And it was like the year after our first year.
Dude, I just remember
last year, not
being
our first
in his
year.
internship. So he was the football coach, linebackers coach at our high school, and we would watch film and chill out. And he would roast people's offense, and he would roast people's defenses. Like, actually, if you would have just ran that, well, you could see by the formation. I was like, I learned so much from JJ, like, on just like football in general.
I hated watching film. I also hated getting graded, because I'd do my job, but I'd never do it to their level, to the level that they wanted. So I'd always get a shitty grade. But then, I was like, did they ever make a tackle when I, blocked them? No. They came across the line, but they didn't do anything to the play.
I just felt like our football coaches, they should have taught us, how to, watch film, our freshman year. We never knew how to study film. That was not provided to us.
Dude, I don't know.
They all
Coach
understand
Danny is
football.
interesting. The coaches are interesting on JV. They were I don't know the dynamic they had.
Did you start your senior year? Summer games?
Yeah, I started most of them.
It was rather interesting.
I was happy about
Spencer
it.
would have been starting center.
Fuck no, I wouldn't have been.
Starting quarterback.
Fuck no, dude. Dylan was good. Dude,
Yeah.
Dylan was
Dylan
beat
was
up.
center?
Yeah, Dylan was beat up, bro. He got
Dylan
fucked
was
up our
good.
junior year.
Yeah.
Dude, when we went to Wando junior year, it was rough. It was rough. My parents were in the stands watching, and we'd break a run because me and Dylan double teamed a dude,
No, Coach-
and I broke off to
Coach
get
Clifford got
linebacker.
pissed at me
Why?
at the Wando game.
Which one? Our junior year?
I believe so, yeah.
You played our junior year?
Yeah. and
Because
then
I was
quit,
on varsity. Were you on JV?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I didn't play freshman year because of my shoulder, remember?
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, we're
Yeah, you
not
gotta
bringing
do-
you up.
yeah.
And I wasn't like, I understand.
Is that the year you came out too?
No, I was
I came out my
sophomore year.
sophomore year.
Oh.
So
That's
like
how I
I wasn't
understood.
pissed off like how most people are like, I worked here for 2 years and I should have gone in. I'm like,
Yeah, you didn't.
like I understand it. Like I wasn't like pissed about it, and I knew I would have had the opportunity to move up too. So they weren't like hindering me on purpose. I understood that, and then I blew out my knee and I was like, fuck.
Dude, I wonder how much more shape I would have been in if
Because I only went to the Wando game, and
You know what I'm saying?
I literally so none of our cameras ever had audio, but they got new cameras and it had audio, and I said something. And I was literally just like, why the fuck do they not pull him out of the game? I said, he's fucking missing every snap.
Yeah.
And fucking...
And Clifford heard it.
No, it was Smith that heard it.
Coach Smith?
Yeah.
He was a chill dude, but when he got mad, he was mad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he's
And
not
then
there.
I was just
Oh,
like...
yeah, where did he moved? Oh, dude, I saw him in Clemson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they moved to Clemson, right?
Yeah, they moved either Greenville or Clemson.
Yeah, because both their kids are...
They moved to Seneca.
Jeffrey's,
They moved to Seneca.
Jeffrey's in town.
Is he?
Yeah, I saw he was running with Caden and 2 other guys on the bridge, and I saw them there.
Good
all
for
running
him, dude. He's got such a good work ethic.
He does.
I wonder who's
he
staying
does have
with while
good
he's down
game.
here.
Probably Caden or something. I mean, you can't forget how many people he's just close with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, dude, that Wando game, Dylan was getting beat up. He was I don't know, we'd be 30 yards down the field and, breaking a run. And Dylan would be just barely pushing himself off the ground. that whoever that nose tackle was beating his ass.
Well, Dylan, you remember, like, Dylan was not big. Like, I mean, yeah, he's, like, incredibly strong for his age. Like, like, there's no denying that. Like, you know, he just...
But he wasn't
he was a power lifter
for a center.
But, like, 235 pounds maybe.
Yeah, about that.
And, like, I was 250 when playing football.
My senior year, I got up to 250 just so I didn't get manhandled.
Yeah.
What are you at now, Caleb?
Like 215.
Dude, I lost all that weight, and Coach Clifford saw me. Like, what's really good about Coach Clifford, even if you play, like, he understood, like, why I stopped playing, which I had a lot of respect for, and, like, he still treated me like a player, which I really, like, I have a lot of respect for him. I really do. And from that, like, I saw him in the hallways after I lost, like, I was losing all that weight, and he goes, damn. He goes, if I would have known you would have lost this much weight, you could have played, like, tight end or receiver for me. I was like,
dude, that is one thing about Clifford, dude. He liked, like, almost receiver tight ends. Yeah. Like, Stephen Baggett, Joe.
Joe can't catch for...
Joe cannot catch.
You can tell when someone just...
Joe's also dumb as a rock, though. Like, I don't think he understands what football is. Fuck. He is strong, and he can block pretty well.
You can see when someone...
He's also a really nice guy. Like, he's a really nice guy, which is surprising. You think he'd be an asshole, but he's really nice, and he's so funny.
Especially with some of the people he hung out with, and, like... What I always felt like in the football teams, like, we were never, like, a team. Everyone had their, like, pocket friend groups, and that's why they were playing. But, like, Joe is just one of those guys that could just fuck with anyone.
Our last year on the O-line, like, the O-line was, like, a group, dude. Yeah. And it was so funny. We used to bully the shit out of those freshmen. Like, Dylan would stand at the door, and, like, from the gear, like, they would, like, be getting ready for practice, and they'd be handing out, like, I don't know, like, or they'd be getting ready for a game when we had Thursday practice, and Dylan would be, like, with the broom in his hand, like, no, that way, like, wouldn't let him through our locker room. He'd just be, like, hit him with the broom, out, everyone out. And it was the funniest shit, dude. And then we would turn Walker's locker around, and he'd come in, and he'd just get so pissed. Because he had the standalone one. He had the standalone one, like, right on the wall. And Dylan like, hey, let's move this. And we just take it around and spin it and just push it so he couldn't get in. He'd go, God damn it, guys. Stop it. I have to get ready.
Dude, Walker's hilarious when he gets pissed off.
And then Clifford would come in. And Clifford came in and got so, like, he'd laugh for, like, half a second. And then he'd put on a show for Walker. He'd go... All right, whoever turned the fucking locker around, the frapping locker around, fix it.
Dude, Coach Clifford was hilarious. Coach Clifford never stuttered. Or he did stutter.
He stuttered all the time.
But he never cursed. And because, like, whenever he would study, it was where a curse word should be. He'd be like, I just, don't frap and get it. And you just, gosh darn, God dang it, kids. Yeah. And it was hilarious, dude.
Dude, he couldn't say names with C's. Like, so he could never say my name, like my first name. So I'd always be Burgess, and he'd always get it right off, like, the first time. But if he'd try to go...
He called me Carter. That's what he called me? Yeah.
I don't know why, but he couldn't say my name. And it was weird. Like, he'd have to say Burgess.
Yeah. That's from playing with leather fucking helmets, that
He's
fucking dinosaur.
That's probably from trying to play for the Miami Dolphins. Yeah. Got cracked one
He's got a national championship ring from Clemson.
He does.
That's tough.
I've showed you that picture of him in, like, that year. That's so weird seeing him young. You can tell it's him. He has a bowl cut.
Really?
Clifford has a bowl cut.
Yeah, dude, like, you can just tell, like, certain coaches just, like, have a passion for the game, and some of them are just doing it just to be involved in sports. But, like, Clifford had a passion for the fucking game. He was a stubborn old asshole who wouldn't change his ways, but...
I think my favorite coach was Smith.
Really?
Just because of so much... I took weights junior and senior year.
Yeah, so you had a shit ton of time with him.
Oh, and like, I don't know, whenever we'd have workouts, like, I'd be one of the first ones there, like, in the morning for, like, summer workouts.
Yeah.
And we'd just be standing around shooting the shit with him. And he'd be the funniest motherfucker. At JV games, he was so funny. Like, he'd park his golf cart on the, like, track. And we were all standing around there talking to him. And Reed said something. He was like, he said, Coach Smith, if you were an X-Men, your power would be yelling at people and making them feel bad. And Reed had, like, his shitty beard at the time. And Coach Smith goes, if you were an X-Men, your power would be growing pubes out of your face. And everybody died laughing. And Reed was just like, that was so hurtful. God, I love Coach Smith.
Do you remember when we switched Coach Rice's desk around?
Yeah, when we we took all the drawers.
Okay,
and we just took all the
they
shit
made a
out.
big announcement where we could not do a senior prank, because like the senior pranks before, it would be like putting notepads on everyone's locker, and that was the thing, or like balloons somewhere.
They would never let us do anything extreme.
Yeah. So what we did was we were all taking EDD, and Coach Rass, who was also our football coach, and like you could get Coach Rass riled up with any, like if you literally just goes, I like Bernie Sanders, and like Coach Rass would just get riled up.
Freshman year, we would take him off on tangents. We'd be like, "Hey, Coach Rass, you catch this game last night, or you go hunting this weekend or something?"
And you got 30 minutes.
He'd be gone for like the rest of the class.
Oh, you say Masters, you're done,
dude. You start talking about golf, bro.
My dad used to have season tickets to the Augusta National.
Yeah. He's like, dude, we have season tickets. We have this one spot, and he just go off. He'd be like, "What am I doing? You guys got to work." I'm like, "But Coach, you didn't finish the story."
You're right. You're right.
I'll finish.
Dude, so we literally invert. So we were like, okay, we got to do something small, but we got to do it, because we were like, fuck it, what are they, we were like, we got to do something, and so we took it. He was gone one day. I forget what he was gone for. Something for his son.
Baseball, maybe.
Yeah, baseball for his son, or something like that.
Was it the Masters?
It might have been the Masters.
I think it was the Masters. Yeah. So we.
And it was kind of a fuck you for talking about the Masters for the past week.
Yeah. And so we took all the drawers and shelves and flipped them sides. So he literally opened one drawer, was like, where the hell's my stapler? Where's my tape? And so he's looking for all this stuff, and then he's pulling all the drawers, and he goes, why is tape over here? And then he'd be looking for something else.
And we unplugged his computer. We
dude,
unplugged it from the wall.
Dude, JJ was pissed at me for that.
We unplugged it from the wall, and we unplugged all the cords from the monitor, and we just stuffed them down so he couldn't see them. And he was like, what the f is going on?
And so JJ got called down there, and JJ.
He had to do it all.
And so after EDD, I went right to JJ. So I had EDD and then JJ, my internship, and he goes, don't ever do that again, because we all know sometimes teachers are not technologically advanced and they're idiots and don't even check if it's plugged in. And the funny thing is, I forget, Jeffrey took our computer service tech classes with us, and literally goes, Coach Rass, the first rule is to check if everything's plugged in, and he didn't understand it.
He didn't get that we
and
were
so
messing with him.
he keeps pressing his button. He goes, "How the hell am I supposed to teach a lesson?"
But in EDD, he didn't teach. He was you have one project and do it.
Yeah,
that was a good format.
He taught for 5 weeks, PowerPoint slides, and then
nobody
was
paid
okay,
attention
do
to
your
those
projects.
PowerPoints either. But what fucking sucked was I had a good project. It was something about football gloves. It was football gloves with sensors in them to tell how much pressure was on the ball with one hand or both hands, and you could they would have it in the review booth, and then they changed the rule in the NFL, and Coach Rav was like, you can't do that anymore. They changed the rule. I was like, I feel like this is still a good project. And then I think it was Parkland that happened, and then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do something about this.
The locking system.
Yeah, the locking system. And RAS 3D printers were shit, so it all came out fucked up.
Remember when we had the
box?
No, the brackets for the teachers.
Yes, yo,
dude, that was hilarious.
Was that EDD?
Yeah,
it was. So we took our final, and he was like, "After your final project, you can get graded for it. You're done in the class." And so we had 2 weeks of free time. It wasn't really free time. We had to do little shit.
We did a fucking bracket.
We did a
bracket. Literally one day, we were at lunch, and so one day we set up a bracket, and Coach Rass came back from lunch and was like, "What are you guys doing?" We're we set up a teachers battle.
Didn't we have Tokar win? Did we have Tokar killing him or something?
Yeah, we had Tokar beat him.
And he was so butthurt. He's like, "Why him?" I'm like, "Bro,
he was a Marine."
Yeah.
Dude, the one guy that Coach Rass did not want was, who was it that was like Force Recon?
Was it?
It was some math teacher.
No, yeah, he was in MCS pod.
Yeah, but anyway, so he's X-Force Recon. Dude's a badass. And Rass,
I don't remember his name.
So we're so used.
I don't want to say his name, but I think I know his name.
We're so used to Coach Rass arguing why he's the best. That's just who Coach Rass is, and but he was like, "You guys seriously think I would win that fight?" And we're like, "Well, we know you're gonna argue it about us." And he goes, "I would not win that fight."
Yeah, and then you know who I think we should have put on one of those boards? Miller, the band dude. He was an Army Ranger, dude.
Really?
Yeah, Miller was an Army Ranger. He's had failed parachute jumps where he had to dump his kit so he would break the surface tension of the water
and not break his
legs. I was like, oh my God, Miller, you're a little bit of a badass. That's when I started to like him. Because after a football game one time, he was marching his band, and he was treating them like the military, and he wouldn't let me cross while they were marching. And I was like, this fucking sucks. We just lost a football game, and I'm trying to get back to the locker room, and this dude's not letting me cross for the next 5 minutes.
What a dick.
And so I got to know him because I was taking that Spain trip.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like the only like supervisor, like whatever, chaperone for our group. And I got to know him from the meetings and shit. I just chill out in his class like every once in a while just to see him like drop, I don't know, like a check or something off for him because it was expensive. Yeah. And I just like started talking to him then and on that trip, and I was like, oh my God, you're a badass. He owned a fucking Barrett 50 cal, dude. When he lived out in Georgia or Texas.
That's tough.
I think when he lived in Georgia because that's where the home of the Rangers are. Like the Ranger battalions. So I think he owned like a shipping crate full of guns. Just like any gun you could think of. And when he moved here, he was like, I didn't feel like transporting them across state lines. I didn't know the laws over here, so I'd sold them all. I was like, bro, get it together.
He probably made like 30 grand.
Oh, he made a shit ton of money off of that.
I don't doubt it. That's tough as fuck.
Dude, he was like actual badass.
Corey, who's your favorite teacher? Tokar?
No, Lorto.
Really?
Yeah, then it's my three top are Lorto, Tokar, and Wilkin. And I had all of them several times.
Yeah. My three favorites are probably Boda, Mac, and then Wilkin.
Yeah, I think mine's a Lorto, Tokar, Wilkin. I don't know, that's hard though, because like
we had some.
I'm a lot more similar to Tokar.
Yeah, I'll say this though, we had some pretty damn good teachers. Like some of it was really shitty, but like when you had a good teacher, you had a great fucking teacher.
Yeah, Lordo, there were several times me or Kyle would like we went to eat with him or when we were helping him move out and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
How did y'all end up becoming close?
Dude, just with that class, man. And he also knew like, he knew Huff.
Oh, that's how.
I mean, that wasn't really like, but he already knew Huff, and I think he met my dad like once before.
Yeah. See, I never had Huff. I had him for.
I never had Huff.
I never had Huff.
Kyle had Huff his senior year. Huff would give him so much shit.
Dude, we should do 3 least favorite teachers.
Oh, my 3 free. Oh, I can rattle those off like nobody's fucking business.
I know my number 1.
Breger.
Oh, yeah,
Creepy
he's number 2.
ass.
I never had him, but he was creepy as hell. He's probably
who
2 or 3.
Who's your second?
Probably Debbie. Her and I just didn't get along.
Me and her didn't get along, but she's not a bottom 3 for me.
No, she's definitely
and
not
she
bad.
means well, and I think, you know.
Yeah.
Livesey, I hated having Livesey.
Oh, I just thought, dude. All right, my bottom. All right,
how do you make mythology boring? Like, I wanted to blow my brains out. Like, I was like, oh, Greek gods, Norse gods. Like, we learned, like he was like, yeah, we're going to do a section on ancient American gods. And I was like, yo, this is going to be tough. Like, the Mayans, like, we literally wrote, like, a mythology book. Like, the one cool thing he did was, like, we wrote a mythology book on, like, our version of the apocalypse or how the world was going to end, which that was tough as fuck. Yeah. But then, like, after that, it's just fucking, and he got real lazy.
Bro, my least favorites, Coolican. Breger's probably 3rd. And then the English teacher my junior year, I can't even remember her name. She was in Debbie's old room.
I
can't remember her name. She was across from Mac and Boda.
That's exactly.
Yeah, her. Dude,
you didn't like Coolican?
I didn't like Coolican, bro.
Coolican loved me, man. I loved having
me and Coolican didn't get along, bro.
I had her twice.
You had Coolican twice?
Yeah, I had her.
Oh, you had business class.
Yeah.
I don't remember what class it was.
I used
to get out of whatever class and go see you in that. I think I went to come see you.
I didn't like Marzak.
Yeah.
When you had Coolican for the second time. It was somebody that was cool.
Yeah, Miss Coolican was up there for my favorites.
There were a lot of teachers I didn't like having, but like I'm not gonna call them a bad teacher like by any means because there were definitely kids who liked them a lot. Like
I'm trying to think.
Oh, I'll name the worst teacher at our school.
Bro, I liked Breger, bro. That shit was funny as fuck.
He was creepy as hell, bro.
No, but that class with Bobby Getzy when Breger would fucking. We would just
like look down some girl's shirt
off, and it was fucking funny.
Just look down some girl's shirt or fucking give him a shoulder.
Bro, I was waiting for one.
Dude, that's a fucking Me Too case waiting to happen.
Hell yeah, it was. Like,
name some shitty teachers. I'm trying to remember.
Dude, Peebles?
I never had her.
See, I didn't have
Dude,
her.
she was bad. Yo, we had a system for taking tests. We take a test. We go, we don't understand it. Can we have like we'd ask her too many questions. She'd be like, all right, work in groups. And that's how we got around tests. And we were just like, okay, dude, like 5 questions in, we'd be in groups, and then we'd pull out phones. And she did not care.
Dude, I can't even name
She retired like a year after that, right? She retired.
No, she was there for I think she retired after our last year, but she was there for us all 4 years.
But she was probably just like, I'm close to retiring.
Doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah, I figured she was bad. She was a
bad teacher. Why are you dogging her?
She was a bad teacher, bro.
She's one of my favorites.
Because she was so chill, bro. She didn't care.
You know what teacher
but people didn't care about.
You know what teacher I honestly hated but enjoyed their class? Mr. Paul. Like I
loved Mr. Paul. He would dog everybody.
Dude, like honestly, like his class was super stressful for me because I was dyslexic and it was a fucking spelling class, and dude. So like I could remember definitions and how to fucking pronounce words and use them in a sentence, but I could not write at all, like just well in general.
Dude, we came up with a system to cheat in his class too. It was literally like your folder, whatever the words he would give you, and he'd have the definitions. He'd give you everything. You wrote them in your like notebook or whatever on a piece of paper. You'd take your notebook and piece of paper, and you'd put 1 foot like underneath the thing, and then you put 1 foot on the like inside of it, and so like. He would walk around sometimes. So what you would do is you would have your left foot on the outside where like underneath it so you could read them. And then when he walked by, you just kick it over real fast so he couldn't see that it was open.
I used the back of my ID.
Dude, he started checking those. And I was like, who's using IDs? Caught. You got caught?
Yeah.
Oh.
The good old days of student IDs, boy.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Did we even wear those
brought me,
like
after class was dismissed, like he brought me to his desk and he goes, "Why did you cheat on my test?" And I was just like, honestly, I have a really hard time spelling. And then he was like, okay. And then, so I retook the test, and then he asked me to read something for him, and he goes, "I'm pretty sure you're dyslexic." I was like, what? And he was just like, yeah, I think that's why you're having such a hard time. I was like, oh. Like, he was a pretty cool teacher, but he was a year from retirement, so he didn't give a shit. And, dude, he had so many surgeries, like a spinal infusions and everything. That shit's got to be rough. But it was just hilarious because I had Matt Sapolsky in my class, and he'd be like, "Sapolsky, quit being an idiot."
Bro, I can't think of one teacher I would honestly be like, I don't like. There has to be someone. There has to be. I can't think, bro. Cause like Breger, man, that class is funny as fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't like Breger just because he like gave me like a creepy vibe. Like if I had kids, like I just wouldn't want to be around.
Dude, my freshman year, the biology teacher, freshman year.
Oh, the one that was the principal too?
Oh, y'all want to talk about middle school teachers real quick?
No.
Dude, I can rattle off.
Miss Roberts? Come on now.
Oh my God,
fired,
bro. Do you remember? We were all like trying to leave. I don't know. Like we were all lined up at the pod doors, and everybody's talking about like that test. And I was like, I got a B. And then everybody's like, bro, she gave me a D. I was like, are y'all just dumb? Or like, does she not like you? Because that shit was not hard. And I was like, what is wrong with you people?
Remember when she did like the Three Sisters? She was trying to explain something, and she started using her sisters, like her actual sisters in real life, as like representation. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking remember this shit off your 3 siblings. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, she didn't do that in my class.
She did. She thought we were dumb as fuck or some shit.
But she was like 2 years removed from college.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, she was young. And
she's probably like 24 right now.
No.
Oh, fuck no, never mind. She was probably like 24 then.
Yeah, she was 24 then. And it's been,
she's in her 30s now,
6
bro.
years?
Yeah. Damn. No, more than 6 years. That was 6th grade.
So 6th grade is like 8 years. So.
Shit. Dude, no.
But, you remember?
Who was it?
You remember the rumor went around that like our math teacher in 6th grade was fired because she was lesbian?
Yeah, dude. And she was good friends with Jarvis?
Yeah.
Bro. Who are we all talking about?
Oh, what's her name?
Fronapple? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was fired.
She was fired, but not because she was a lesbian.
Not because she was a lesbian.
Because she was shit-talking the principal.
Yeah.
That was big sad. She was cool.
She was cool. But then we got Mr. Smith, bro.
Bro, Mr. Smith was tough as... Dude, I hated his class, but he was such a damn good teacher.
But yo, he taught us the way he taught us, it was weird. Like when we went to 7th grade, we would always, like, whenever someone answered a question, we'd always clap, and he taught us that. And like the teacher in 7th grade was like, "Why do you do that?" And we're like, "Oh shit, why do we do that?"
Oh, we had Miss.
Oh, the crazy lady.
Crosby?
The crazy lady whose daughter got shot.
Yeah, the sniper shot her at the gas station. Damn, I forgot about that bitch.
Do you remember I got yelled at during pass testing because I forgot to give up my Kindle?
No.
I remember that.
Her and my mom laid the fuck into me.
I do. Remember boy Spencer used to talk so much shit about his mama.
Hell yeah.
No, but middle school I could name off a lot of teachers I didn't like.
Yeah, no. But you got who was the principal?
Miss Rob?
No, Miss Mona Lisa Dixon.
Yeah, Dixon.
Dude, no, Miss Dixon's track
record. Miss Dickling.
My mom did not want me to go to Ladies Island. And then she found out like Miss Dixon was going. She knew Miss Dixon before then just because of mom working in the school district. And like she has she's known as a fixer. Like she'll
fix your school.
Yeah, she went to Whale Branch Middle School, fixed that school up. So they sent her to Ladies Island Middle School. They fixed that up. Now she's at Whale Branch High School.
Do they really fix Ladies Island Middle to be fair though? Because Ladies Island Middle is actually to be fair, like ours grade was shit. Do you guys remember? Like, dude, we used to get in trouble so many times.
Yeah, we had bad kids, but that's just I feel like that's just middle school.
Every middle school.
But like I'm talking like statistically, like test score wise, like it shot up.
Dude, remember when we used to have all the anger, like when we would bitch at each other for the pod we were in? Like, I knew I was smart, so I was always
there was low key segregation in that school. You're an up Citadel, bro. It's all about up Furman and shit like that.
Up Furman was the smart pod, and up Citadel was the stupid pod.
They had
like Saplowski and Cody were in the fucking Citadel pod.
Dude, we used to make fun of them, and they would be like, "What class are you guys in? Algebra 1? We're in geometry, bitch." Like you're the dumb pod.
Dude, I remember they didn't have like honors classes that one year in that one pod. I was like, bro, this is legit bullshit.
Oh, when we were, what were we, up Carolina?
That was 6th.
That was 6th grade. That was
6th grade.
That was 6th because that's when Justin didn't have. Justin was in the other pod, and then he got moved over.
Yeah.
Because bro, like, who wants to be in the pod with like you don't fucking have like
with dumb classes, bro? Like that was literally like segregation by intelligence, and I was like, I feel like that's a little fucked up.
Yeah, which probably
not even necessarily intelligence.
Well, that's why that Miss Dixon changed that.
that.
So that was from the previous people, and then Miss Dixon changed that.
But it was there our whole time.
Who was that? Who
all
was
three of ours were there.
Bennett was the other principal.
Yeah.
No, but there were advanced classes in
Mr. Hall.
Well, he is now.
Yeah.
He got in trouble recently, but that was bullshit.
Yeah.
What did he do?
He was telling how it is.
Yeah, he was showing statistics on like who's performing well, and it was like.
It was categorized by race.
Like
well,
so,
it went from
it went from grade, and then he broke it down into race, and like he was, from what I understand, is like he was trying to come off as like, don't tell me like the white kids are better than you. Like that's what he was trying to like put on him. Is what I understood from it, or what I've heard is like he wasn't like calling black people dumb. He was just like he goes you're just as smart as these kids, and he was asking them like what's hindering you? Is it home life?
That's what happened. I didn't know, but I did see like the front thing of it, and I just was like. When I read like that little it was like a paragraph, I was like, it's literally him just telling how it is.
Yeah, just using statistics.
You know what didn't make sense to me? Did y'all take PE freshman year?
Yeah.
In high school?
Oh yeah, Miss Glass.
Yeah, dude. Miss Glass. All right. So I took
me and Matt, like she hated me because of my I never did anything.
I thought she was gonna hate me because of Kyle, but she didn't.
Bro, so I took it sophomore year, and like I'd never had PE before, so. For some reason, they were like sophomores can't have sex ed, even though you only take PE once. And I was sad because I had Coach Martz, but like,
oh god,
but like, I didn't make sense to me. I'm like, all right, this is my first time taking PE.
Were you in the gym class when Alex asked if you could get a girl pregnant by anal?
Yeah,
dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite memories.
Coach Martz was like, only if it drips down.
No, bro, my whole life I always thought you could until like 11th grade. And I was like, motherfucker, I missed out. No, I'm joking. Imagine.
Dude, middle school was really fun.
Yeah, because we were bad kids, but we were smart, and
dude,
so
you
they didn't want to do anything.
Our 7th grade history teacher? I don't remember her name, but she was weird.
Yeah, Miss fucking Baker, right?
Yeah.
Baker.
Dude, remember when
she let us fight it out in her class?
Dude, you remember when me and Will got into it? And like, I would just sling him across the classroom.
And Will got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will got into it with everybody in that class.
And then John and you did?
Yeah.
Y'all had such a love-hate relationship.
I know.
Bro, I fuck with John.
It was weird.
I always have fucked with John.
I don't know. I don't really. I stopped fucking with him just because like he started like getting real big with his lies, but that was also like I think he was going through some stuff with his dad.
Oh hell
and his
yeah.
mom. So he was just I don't know projecting or some shit.
Yeah.
But like it was
you're violating my 504 plan. Was hilarious.
Oh, dude.
So
he was such a bad kid, but it was the most fun when he would fuck with subs.
Him with Mr. Vowels. Oh my god, he ended Mr. Vowels' career, bro.
Bro.
Dude, I thought Vowels would be the one going down for touching kids, bro.
Why do you guys... Okay, I like Mr. Vowels. I don't know why people got...
No, I fuck with Vowels.
Dude, he was a cool dude, but Vowels would always come up behind me, specifically, and just give me shoulder rubs.
Bro, that was fucking awesome, boy. Give him a little massage and shit.
I feel like you liked him because he coached baseball.
But
I was like, damn, boy, get that kink.
I felt like he only did that for athletes, though.
I don't know when I was always never doing my work when he did it. So he'd like come up and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, do you work?"
Out here dogging Vowels. Well, he's giving you a massage. Man. What the fuck?
Bro, but no, like he did it to get me back like to doing work. I guess that's what it was. But I was like, why are you always touching me, bro?
Yeah, like
and like when like we were having like when we were asking questions, he'd always squat down and put his hand on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I never felt uncomfortable. Like I could
I
see
never
how
really felt
somebody
uncomfortable. It was just like it was just a running joke in like 7th grade or 8th grade.
Bro, I can just think about John being like, "Get your fucking hands off of me."
Dude, that 504 shit was hilarious. So for you guys know John, he came on my podcast before. John has a 504 plan because of his heart condition. So like he has to stay hydrated. But we went through a phase where you weren't allowed to bring water bottles and bottles to school.
I remember this now.
This man would literally just get up out of class and go to the water fountain when he needed water because of his 504 plan. And a 504 plan is a bitch to get on. It's a bitch to get on. It's a federal
paperwork.
Well, it's a federal program, and like if schools don't follow the 504 plan, it's a big fucking deal because they'll pull federal.
Something happens.
Yeah, they'll pull federal funding for shit like that. And like John, and one of it was Jarvis. It was Jarvis.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Jarvis would be like, he would be like, son, why are you getting out of my classroom? He goes, I'm getting water. He goes, you can't get water. We're in the
sit your narrow hip down,
hell yeah. And he was like, you can't get water. You're in the middle of a test. He goes, no, I can get water. And like he was like, no, you're in the middle of a test. He goes, you're actually violating your 504 plan. And he was just like, I don't know what that plan is, and I don't care. He goes, okay, it's your job. And he just walked out and got fucking water.
It's your job.
Dude, he did not give a shit.
See, it's how John went about it. John didn't ask, and John could have been like, yo, can I go get some water? I have a 504 plan. But John was like, just gets up during the middle of the test.
John walked in like big dick in a locker room like he ran the goddamn show.
Oh, God.
But that shit was hilarious, bro.
Man, fucking John got me cracking up with how you'd get teachers hot, boy.
Dude, hell yeah, he would.
What was her name? Our English teacher, like 7th grade or something. Beale?
No, Beale was 8th grade.
Buell was 8th grade?
Yeah, Jester was 7th, yeah.
Yeah, Jester
loved John.
She was cool.
And
me, bro.
Yeah, Jester loved John and you.
Yeah. For some ungodly fucking reason.
Yeah, like we were in 7th grade. We were so
I guess by the time like everyone would get their anger out in Baker's class and then go to Jester's.
So we'd be just chill as fuck. But like 8th grade year, Buell hated me, bro. Like for no reason.
Bro, but
so
remember you wore that flower?
Dude, we'd have like individual reading time for like Fahrenheit 451. And for some reason I read the book like a couple years ago, like for another teacher.
No, we had to read it going into 6th grade.
Yeah, and then we read it in 8th grade, and so, or no, it was Anne Frank's diary, and I didn't give a fuck about Anne Frank's diary. I was in 8th grade, I just wanted to fuck around. So we're sitting there, and I'd actually read the book, but I'd be like, I don't know, looking at shit and not doing work.
So for those of you like that get it, 8th graders are like, as of right now, like when we were growing up, 8th graders were just super immature seniors. We didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but like every once in a while I'd actually read the book, and she was so used to me not doing what I was supposed to be doing, she'd just like look up from her desk and yell at me for no reason, and she'd be like, "What are you doing? Stop it!" I'm like, "I'm reading the book. Like, leave me alone." And she was like,
Dude,
"No."
She had the worst breath because she was always fucking drinking coffee, dude.
Oh God.
Like I started bringing gum to school and asking her if she wanted a piece, and she was like, "Does my breath stink?" I'm like, "No, I'm just being a nice guy."
one time you should have just.
Remember, she always be playing fucking Adele or John Legend in that bitch. Like,
Hell
she was depressed
yeah.
as fuck. be like, hello? I'm like, bitch, you gotta come.
She did have the nicest classroom, though.
It was, dude, it had
like,
windows.
with the
Thank
view.
God.
It had windows.
Yeah.
Dave, yeah, we went to a fucking person.
Dude, do you remember when someone made, like, fucking mustard gas in, like, 6th grade or something? They, like, mixed two chemicals that they weren't supposed to mix?
I wasn't in that class.
It might have been 8th grade, because it was Mrs. Larson.
I think it was 6th grade, because I remember, like, all the kids coming out.
Yeah, like, it was me in your class, and some dude made, like, mustard gas or, like...
Probably Everett.
Some poison, and so Larson was like, we have to leave everybody out of the class, and she, like, set it on the window, and was like, everybody out, and so we stood out in the pod, and they had to, like, call people to come, like,
I wish
check
I
on
fucking got it.
Dude,
Who was it that pulled, like, the chemical shower, and it was, like, rusty water?
I don't remember. It was probably Cody.
That's what I'm saying, or Andrew or someone, like...
Yeah. Fuck, what was the game?
Oh, dude, Cody glued the chairs to the fucking desks in Larson's class.
Dude, that shit, like, I love Miss Larson. You can get
That was
away
like
with
the
a
last
lot
day
of
of
shit.
school,
in
right?
Yeah, that was like
Larson's
the
class.
last day of like 8th grade or 6th grade.
Yeah. They have to pay for that.
When we got stools and stuff instead of like desks, it might have been 8th grade when all the science rooms got like those blacktop tables and we had stools. I think it was 8th grade or something.
No, we got him in 7th grade.
Yeah, somebody did it to Larson in 8th grade.
Who was our 7th grade? Oh, we have Miss Powell.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like
But Cody wasn't in our pod.
It was somebody glued. It might have been Andrew Williams or something.
Andrew wasn't in our pod.
Somebody glued the fucking stools to the desks.
No, in 8th grade, I strictly remember Andrew gluing. He put a whole thing of glue on like the last day of school on a chair in Miss Larson's class.
Well, I guess if it was the last day, he might have been kicking it at another pod. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think he might have been in our pod.
I think he was in our pod.
I was 6th grade then because you remember we left a week early because we graduated.
We had the promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was probably 6th grade.
Yeah, and that was like such a dick move because Miss Larson was so nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
You already
You're
fucking
fat
raped
ass.
it. Damn, I'm fucking calling it fat and shit.
But bro, it was middle school was the days for a while, bro.
Hell yeah, it was. We were king of the fucking hill.
Dude.
Bitch, I'm still king of the hill, bro.
And then we went to high school, and then all the other girls realized we were ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
They weren't lying.
Dude, my freshman year was way tougher in high school. On the football team was way tougher than any of the shit we gave the freshmen when we were seniors. Like, and I don't want to say his name, but they would come in like a bunch of them, and they just like randomly trap people in their lockers with their nuts hanging out.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, bro, it's like my first day here.
And you're just whipping out your nuts,
dude. And Woods got destroyed. We couldn't have practice because it was like lightning and shit. And so Woods is like, I want to hit somebody, and he just gets leveled by Smith, like Big Smith, bro. I was like, oh shit, and like Smith put him in the bushes. They just left him there, and then they put Brady in the shopping cart, like his like junior year or senior year, and they just shoved him out into the street out of the door, like when people were like picking up their kids. And he couldn't get out of the cart.
That's funny as fuck.
Dude, when we would have like lightning delays, like we were gonna have practice, but we had delays. They'd come in, they'd grab 2 freshmen, they'd slam them in the cart, put a stick in their hand and a bucket on their head, and they're like, "You're jousting, bitch!" And they'd ram them at each other, and that was the most fun I've ever had. Like they'd grab like a bunch of freshmen, and they'd be like, "All right, the rest of you get to watch, but if you watch, you might be next." And you always took that risk because it was always so fun to just see some dude get a fucking broom bounced off his like bucket helmet, and then he's like, "Oh shit!" and he falls out of the shopping cart.
Oh shit!
I think we could have gone to the high school could have got sued for some of the shit that we did.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that lawsuit against Beaufort County Schools for the wrestling team?
Yeah.
Cause they win?
No. Do you remember how they? I don't want to fucking adhere to any of the cases, but you remember how they used to talk about initiation for the wrestling team?
Yeah, Wynn's on that.
Yeah, Wynn would do that.
No, yeah, Wynn's on that.
Wynn's on that.
That's
lawsuit.
a huge. He didn't quit. He got fired.
Oh.
It was because that kid. That's when the case popped up.
It's because that kid, was a little bitch. Like that. Like you have to understand, if you were playing sports as a freshman, you will get hazed a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's a difference between hazing.
Wrestling hazing is a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Like, I don't know. I never wrestled, but like the football hazing was
Heard about it.
was always fun for everyone. Like, even if you were in the shopping cart, you were having fucking fun.
It was just wild, but like nobody was like, there was no like, it wouldn't like affect your fucking manhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
weren't they like sticking shit up somebody's ass or something?
that's the claim.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know certain people that are on the team, and I'm not gonna ask them or anything.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, it was that. If it was that, they took it a little too far.
A little.
They took it
Way too far. Yeah.
Caleb might like that kind of shit, but I don't.
Hey boy, fuck off now.
Caleb like, boy, don't tell him what I like now.
Chicks with dicks, let's go.
So,
Hey bro, hey, you really want to go at it, bro?
like guys with tits, man.
I'll fucking expose you.
Dude, that shit's wild. You just can't tell nowadays.
I know, dude. It feels like a trap, but I guess they're living their best life.
Did I ever tell you I was working Waterfest? Did I ever tell you when I got handed an ID and I refused somebody a drink because they handed me the ID of when they were male? That shit was trippy as fuck.
Did they not look like themselves at all?
Fuck no.
Dude, see, that's the thing I also don't understand. Like, so the DMV...
You should have to get your...
No, the DMV makes people take, like, their fake shit off, like their fake hair and everything.
Yeah.
Their wigs and their makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
But even though your driver's license picture is, like, what you look like day to day. So if you wear that day to day and the, like, cop pulls you over, you don't look like yourself.
Well, maybe realistically they're thinking, well, if someone does that and then they decide, like, they want to fucking try to, like, go off the grid. Yeah. So if they're looking for someone and they see that and they're like...
Yeah, so I'm working the outside bar during Waterfest. And it's fucking busy, man. And somebody...
Waterfest is crazy.
Yeah, and somebody came up and she was like, hey, can I get a beer? And I was like, I need to see some ID. She showed me some ID. I said, ma'am, I'm going to decline your service. She goes, that's me. I said, no. I said, this more or less looks like your brother. And Stretch came over and goes, no, that's her. And then it, like, clicked with me. Because, like, down here, there's not a lot of transgender people.
There's just not.
There's just not. A lot of lesbian people, but most people transition and go away from the town, like, when they're at college and shit like that. But, he goes, I apologize. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I just,
I would have been like, I'm sorry.
I couldn't tell.
Fucking.
I was like, I'm sorry.
Shit.
Like, I didn't mean to be disrespectful if I was. She goes, no. She was like, I understand. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
And then
I've been like, no, you still can't come in.
And then she walked away, and then I started noticing some stuff, and I was like, I thought it was just like some big tall girl, but hands were fucking massive.
Hairy.
Yeah. Dude, and some like hillbilly redneck just walked up to her, bent her over, and kissed her in the middle of a bar, and was like fucking cheering and like.
Go tap that guy on the shoulder later, like, hey buddy, you might not want to cheer so hard.
Well, and
I know what they're packing.
I'm pretty sure it was like a buddy's bet, like, oh, you won't go kiss the transgender or whatever, and she threw water in his face. It was great.
Wow!
I was like, mad respect, shouty.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to throw down, I'll like anybody.
So if I get beat up by a transgender person, do I get beat up by a woman or a man? That's the real question here.
I don't know, dude. If we're going off UFC rules with the Fallon Fox thing,
fuck Fallon Fox,
dude. That's super fucked up. I don't think that's right.
Like, I understand, like, you don't feel right in your proper body, but you have such an advantage. Like, let's say you don't even transition to you're like 16. That's 16 years of male, like, testosterone. Like, yes, when you take estrogen, things go away. That's, of course, but still, shit's a little fucked up. It's gonna be weird trying to like work out sports with it, because most athletes probably don't transition until they're like, I don't know, past puberty at least. Yeah. But it's also weird because that Olympic runner from like Jamaica or something, that she was naturally born with like without ovaries and too much testosterone, and they put her on blockers because she was beating the shit out of all the women. I'm like, well, she was born a woman, but her body is just naturally like better. Yeah.
But with transgenders, it's hard because
How do you distinguish that?
I am much stronger than the majority of women, barring, Olympic class athletes and UFC fighters.
The general female.
But if I said tomorrow I want to, be a woman and start, I don't know, kickboxing, I would seriously injure some women. And that's what Fallon Fox basically did. And I think that's very unfair. But it's also gets sketchy. Are you saying that no transgenders can
transition?
Cannot transition, can't play in the sport, can't participate in the sport of the gender that they choose, because it's almost unfair. It's more unfair if you had a male to female transgender than if you had a female to male. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if a female to male wrestler wants to wrestle with the big boys, with the natural men, that's fine. Yeah, they're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
But if a male to female wants to wrestle, that's a bigger issue.
Yeah.
Bone density and muscle mass wise.
Man, I hate when I hear like parents are letting their kids like transition in like middle school and like elementary school now. Like, listen, I get it. And if you feel that way, I'll never understand it because I've never gone through that. So like I can't say I understand it or, I'd sympathize with you, but like you should not be transitioning a child.
But I also think it could be just parents projecting. Like a little boy plays with dolls like a couple times because he's with his female relatives or friends of his that are girls.
Yeah.
And then the parents are like, oh, he wants to be a girl.
Yeah.
Let
it once they hit 18 and they're a legal adult, let them make their own damn decision. Do not be transitioning kids. How I fucking feel about that shit.
No, that's how I feel.
God damn, I'm trying to sit up.
Shut the fuck out of me. This is how I feel. There's two genders. Caleb, do you agree?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Do you agree with the LGBTQ ABCDEFG?
I think if there is discrimination, you should try and fight it, but I don't think there's more than two genders.
Corey's really big on the tribalism of the LGBT community.
Yeah, but what I also see is
so wait, what's the difference between queer and gay? I don't understand it.
I don't understand that either. I might be just some redneck ass country bumpkin, but I'm not, and I just don't understand these. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say made up because there's a lot of people that identify as queer, but I don't.
I'm a non-binary Apache helicopter.
But like, yeah, like I don't get how you can be non-binary if you have a role in society. I mean, I guess it could be. You have to pick one. Is my thing.
I think it's mainly that they don't want to be a part. They don't want to associate themselves with the society, like of just like the world. So they want to act like they have their own people. That's how I feel.
Like if you're saying,
because why other would you do it? Like I don't care. Like I don't care if you're lesbian. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're bi. But changing your gender, like I don't even care if you want to change the way you look. But you have to be male or female.
So apparently queer is an umbrella term for sexual gender minorities who are not heterosexual or are not cisgender. So I guess if you're trans, that makes you queer?
I guess. But like, what's her name? So the Hispanic singer, her name's Becky G. She was in the Power Rangers movie. She identifies as queer.
Becky G
is fine. But like I don't know. I don't think there's more than two, because at that point you're getting off into the weeds. You're having a different conversation.
Because then it just goes to more and more, and then more,
and then
more.
But then I also feel it's a slippery slope. If you introduce like on a driver's license if you put on forms more than two genders, then people are going to be like, well, I don't want to have to write out like other. I don't want to be an other. I want to be what I am. So we're gonna have a whole like fucking A through Z of genders, and that won't even count them all, because there's like if you go on Tumblr, there's like 140 fucking genders or something. I've read through a list of them. They're all super funny. Like they're actually kind of funny to read. Like all of them. It's so weird the shit that they come up with. There's like I'm sure there's some that are like you feel like a man in the morning, but you feel like a woman at night. You're this gender. I'm like, what?
So I
pansexual is where you flip between.
Pansexual is where you fuck anything that moves.
Yeah, no. Pansexual is like you don't care what gender it is. Like, oh, I'm like I like Maddie or I like you. No, pansexual is like you don't care about the gender.
Were like some days you feel like a man.
No.
Like
that's gender fluid.
Yeah, pansexual is like literally just like what you like. Like you meet someone you
it's
like.
It's a sexual orientation.
I meet Caleb and I'm like I'm attracted to Caleb or something. Like,
yeah, but it's not limited to either like males or female. They can be transgender male to female or transgender female to male. You'll have sex with any of those people.
I didn't know exactly what pansexual was until I looked it up like a month ago. And I was like, oh, that's not like, if someone told me they were pansexual, I'd be like,
give me that frying pan
it's
right
not
now. I'm gonna
fucking
fuck the
animals.
shit out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. But I also feel that the LGBTQ,
ABCDEFG.
it's AIIP 2 plus something. It's a lot of letters. They're also, I think they're doing wrong by either feminism or women in general, because like on the privilege scale, like the top tier is like black transgender woman. Like that's like, you check all the boxes. But like the one that ranks the highest now is transgender. Which is,
What do you mean privilege scale? Like I don't.
so like on the people who have like the most privilege and people who have the least, like in in the LGBT community or the leftists or liberals or whatever.
So in the privilege scale for the LGBT community,
like,
okay.
Or like people who can like throw their privilege around, like who say you have to like,
you're not talking about white people have the most privilege.
you have to bend to my whim because I am this thing.
Because I'm a trans or something?
Yeah, you like.
So you're saying trans is the highest?
Like, yeah, because it's such a new issue. People are like, we need to get trans rights on the board, but like it's scale. So like transgenders would be like at the like top, and then it'd be like what skin color you are.
What
and
are the rights they don't have?
They just
like
they
equality,
want,
maybe.
They
like,
want not like they want, what is it?
Like not to be judged because we're Americans.
I
not
like
just Americans, we're
bathroom
humans.
shit.
Yeah,
type
the
like
bathroom shit. They want to be able to go to the bathroom wherever they want.
where they identify
like,
as.
like gay people, like with the cake thing where they refuse service. They don't want to be refused service because they're
I
transgender.
agree with that. I think that's bullshit.
I don't know. It's
I mean,
your business.
I know, yeah,
it's your business.
but that's the same in my opinion. I mean, not everyone's gonna view it the same, but that's the same. But like, well, I don't want black people in here. I can't say that, but because like just because they're transgender,
I get that.
you know what I'm saying? Like that, that's I kind of view that the same.
That, like,
bro, you can't tell me that's not the same, really.
If you can do it on like, they can't do it on religious grounds anymore either. So like you can't. So like even. I guess, but the thing would be is if your business is a Christian business or a Muslim business, then you might be able to refuse service on religious grounds.
Yeah, I think you should be able to refuse service on religious beliefs. Like, don't get me wrong, it may be fucked up. Like, that's not what I'm saying. There are fucked up people in the world. Like, and I think if you're racist and you refuse service to black people, like, fuck you. Like, you should go die in a hole.
But I also think that's your right as a business owner.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
you lose a huge customer.
Not in today's. See, I don't think you can refuse black people. There's no way. I don't think I don't think you can refuse a race.
You couldn't if you wanted to, like, I don't know, stay in business and get business. Period. Know. But if
I feel like it's the community's job to shut down something like that. If that makes any
a government or like it's not for the government.
Government needs to get out of a lot of stuff.
I can imagine someone being in LA trying to refuse a transgender.
No, you wouldn't. But like I don't know, public education. That's where a government should step in and be like, well, yeah, you can't not allow black people in here or transgender people. Yeah. Or
but if I own a cake business,
it's a private business. You should be able to say. And
Steven, who is my gay boss, he agrees with me on this. Now, we're not saying it's not fucked up. Like if a gay couple comes into a store, a bakery, and it's a mom and pop bakery. It's not a store. It's not a chain. It's a local downtown type shit. And they go, hey, we want you to make a cake for our wedding. I'm sorry, it's against my religious beliefs. I don't agree with that.
Because if you say they have to, you're, impeding their First Amendment rights to satisfy 14th Amendment rights.
Yes.
And it's
overlap. It's like overlapping laws, if that makes sense.
So do you think...
I don't think, my personal opinion, I don't think people should refuse people for any reason.
Well, I just don't think it's logical as a business owner either.
No, it's not.
That's what I'm saying. But if you want the right to do it, you should have the right to say.
I agree that you should have the right to be like, well,
I'm losing the business. Why can't I make the decision on who I serve in my business?
In the state of South Carolina, if somebody comes into my restaurant, I have the right to refuse service to anyone. I think you should have that right.
So do you think? So honest to God, you think you should have the right to refuse all black people?
Because if you want to make that dumbass decision,
if that's your prerogative, I think somebody should. But then I also think it's the community's job
to say
to shut down that business within
now, it. You don't think in South Carolina that we don't have enough extremists for them to be like,
I really don't think there are.
That people will still keep going there for their business.
I think it would get said maybe in small towns that are a mile fucking long.
Like, I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't want to call out any towns, but
yeah, neither. I was about to say some shit too, but I wouldn't be surprised in even today's day and age if there were just.
But I feel like it's a
people that are
community
like,
shop.
oh.
So like, let's say a gay couple comes in, and then they get refused for a
gays,
wedding couple.
Gay's different because, like you said, like your religious belief. But just because someone's skin color, like that would be real fucked up.
Listen, man, I hate to say it, hate speech is free speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, I'm just making sure that you're saying you have the right to refuse anyone, so you can refuse any. You can be like only white people can come in
sexual
here.
orientation.
Like, of course, you're not going to stay open. I don't think there's any way a community could.
There's enough logical people to say that guy's just an asshole.
So on a lawsuit, you could be like, well, they're not accepting us because we're black. You don't think there should be able to be a lawsuit for that?
I think there should be a civil
because
one.
if they have the right to do it, they shouldn't have. Nobody should have the right to.
I don't know
sue
because
them for
it's this gray area between where it feels like you're reinventing segregation to a certain extent, but I also want the community to take. I want the community mindset to change. That's what I want. Instead of the government just fucking putting their foot down, I want it to be a community mindset. But because there are other ways you can get around it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I think
the community let everybody down. That's why they had to step in. I mean, I think it was presented originally like, of course, it was the government's fault.
But what's very interesting is the most segregated places in America still are in the north.
Yeah.
So, but that's because of government. New York. New York is highly segregated.
Yeah, I guess
in schools. Just because of the neighborhoods.
Is that just New York? And I just don't know. I'm just
metropolitan
wondering.
areas.
It's mostly metropolitan areas just because of the neighborhoods. But the South is one of the most integrated places because we had to do it by law.
Yeah.
So
it's there's a gray area between it because I feel like now the community would take care of it itself.
Yeah, I feel like most
like
of
if
the world,
I think if enough restaurants did it or like businesses, I think the community would fail.
Yeah, I mean if enough restaurants did that shit, then the government.
That's what I'm just saying. I just think the community.
But I feel like it would just be one. Like if let's say somebody opened up a bar downtown and it's only for white Nazis, or it's a white supremacist bar and they only let white people in. I'm not gonna go to that bar. I'm gonna blast them on social media for being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And tell them not to go in.
But I'm just saying, what if somebody was like, only Asian people can't come in, only black people can't come in, only like certain.
I still think
like
most people.
Mexicans cannot come in.
Yeah.
But so what I'm asking is, if they have the right to turn them away, you think that people shouldn't have the right to sue them? Because you can't. You got to pick one.
No.
Because in my opinion, I think you should have the right to sue them. I don't think you should be able to turn someone away just because of race. That's a personal opinion, despite it kind of slippery slope because of the amendment.
Yeah.
But
it's just a gray area because I want people to refuse because of religious
personal
beliefs.
responsibility is what I'm thinking of. Like I think you should be able to take any action you want as long as you suffer those consequences within reason.
That's my point.
Like if someone wants to do heroin in their house, not harming anyone else for the rest of their short life, fucking go ahead. I don't actually care. As long as you aren't,
So they would have to.
children.
So would they have to suffer the consequence of getting sued? You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the consequence.
That's fair enough.
That's the consequence of being a racist
like you can
piece
do
of shit.
it, but just don't be mad when someone comes at your ass.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Works.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with that because I wasn't in my mind. I wasn't thinking as being sued as like a consequence.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it's for religious beliefs, I don't think you should because like if
because then you're violating
let's say there's a bakery in town and the wife runs the bakery but her husband's a Baptist priest and a gay couple comes in and like Steven has said it. He goes if a business wants to refuse me, I'm not going to infringe on their religious beliefs, but I will let everyone know in the community that they didn't do this.
Yeah, that's
and then
just the court of public opinion.
My mom and dad aren't going to go there. My aren't going to go there. My gay friends are now going to know stay away from this bakery. And
so the religious aspect, do you think they should have the right to sue?
No.
No.
See, I'm torn on that one.
That one's kind of harder.
Just
a lot harder.
because that's the real gray area when you come to religious beliefs.
Because let's be honest.
You'd have to violate the First Amendment to satisfy the 14th.
Yes.
Which is, like, I don't know. Like, how would you justify that? Yeah. You'd have to get into a battle of which one takes precedent. Fair treatment under the law, which even though I don't even know if there's a law that says you have to,
but let me just give you this for instance.
Business.
So if there's a shop in LA, a Christian shop, and they refuse a Muslim, or like let's say a Muslim customer because of some dumb shit, they would get blasted all over social media. But if there was another Muslim business that refused a Christian, that nothing would fucking happen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we're white males, so we've never had to deal with this.
Yeah.
Say like Caleb, when you went to where'd you visit?
Spain.
Say when you went to Spain. That's a hard one to do. But just say
there are Muslim people in Spain. It was a Muslim country for a while.
Well, yeah, I know, but say you went like everywhere you would go. Not everywhere. Say there's some places you went and they just refused your service, which I know they wouldn't do in Spain. But
although they didn't like us. But we were also.
I've been refused service before because of my age.
Teenagers. Where?
Where was it?
Well, yeah, where and what time?
Yeah, like how old?
Because Luther's has refused service to anybody who's underage at 9:00 when we're still serving food.
Waffle House.
Really?
It was Waffle House, yeah.
That's weird.
Okay, I guess that's happened to me before, but like that's just because people are they don't want to take a table or something. I've had that happen several times actually at a Waffle and Huddle House.
Yeah, because we came in there and we were drinking.
Actually at Waffle, not Huddle.
They were like, y'all can't be in here, like, because a lot of times, like, when teens get in there, a lot of them can't pay their fucking bill.
There's a time I went with Cooper, and me and Cooper sat at a table for like 25 minutes, and the lady kept walking back and forth, and she never took her order. And we even like once we talked to her, and she like never brought us anything.
Jeez.
Yeah, but like. Other than that, there's nothing like people, have purposely, like at Luther's before, there's been servers that purposely don't go up to the front because they don't want to take a table. Yeah. It's nothing against that table, they just don't want to waste their time and have to walk all the way up there because they're lazy.
Yeah. And I get not wanting, being a server and not wanting to deal with young kids. I get it, because what are the odds these young kids are actually going to tip you? They're just probably going to be pieces of shit and get their food and dip.
Now, when servers... they automatically judge because of someone's age and they treat them with disrespect, because that's happened to me and Aiden before. That's bullshit. Like when they're just like rude and they're like, you can just tell they're fucking just trying to get done with the table and they just treat you different than they would treat like a 30-year-old person or something. Like, I'm not saying that you have to be like yes sir, yes ma'am to me, because I think I was like 18 at the time or 17. Yeah. But like you can just still show me some respect. And like when I would hand her the check or something, or like the menus, they'd like just snatching it out of my hands like I'm fucking like nothing.
I've zero tipped on a.
Oh, I've always tipped over 20%, even to that bitch. And I even wrote on the ticket as the next time, don't be a bitch to younger kids, maybe they'll tip you more. And I still tipped her like 30%. I should have stayed to see what she would have said. Yeah, I've had bad service a couple times, and I still tipped it good. Yeah. Because some people are just having a bad day or something.
That's
like
true.
like that girl, she actually seemed like she was probably nice most of the time, but fucking she must have been having a bad day because she was not having it.
Yeah, you can have shitty table after shitty table.
Because I was at B-dubs.
Yeah.
And I could definitely see having a bad day at B-dubs. I could just see some fucking drunk assholes, boy.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't know. It's refusing service is so.
It's hard to pin down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the religious argument is, like, it's a good argument to make, but then you have to defend it in court, and it's hard to defend in court.
Yeah, because... just because we don't agree with your religion. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because if you can say one can do it, it's hard to say one. Like if you say it for race, they can sue, but you can't sue for religion. It's kind of like, why not?
Yeah.
I also think that's part of the consequences.
Because bottom line, you're yeah. I think you should be able to sue.
Yeah, but there's a consequence.
Not saying they should win, but you should still be able to sue.
Yeah.
It's slippery slope.
But like that, I feel like if America ran more on personal responsibility, I feel there'd be a lot less people making stupid decisions.
Yeah, it would just
because like if you said, all right, all drugs are legal if you're over 21, you can use them. You suffer the consequences. All the laws that are not drug related stay the same. Robbery, murder, theft, anything like that. So if you get high off your ass and go try and rob a liquor store, you'll go to jail for the same amount of time as if you'd done it when drugs were legal.
Yeah.
So and plus if you're, shooting heroin, you're probably going to end up killing yourself.
So, do you do every drug's legal?
Also, what I would do was, I actually thought of this. If you had like an area where every drug was legal, but you had to have it in an area where you could be monitored.
No, they've done they've done that in Switzerland.
Or I thought it was Amsterdam or something, where every drug is legal.
Where is Amsterdam? What country is Amsterdam?
Netherlands.
What?
The Netherlands?
Yeah, so they did it to where like you could do drugs, but you're under like hospital watch, and they give you right below the legal or the lethal dose. Like people were going in there and heroin, they'd weigh you, and then right below your lethal dose, and they're like their addiction rate would slowly get off because.
But yeah, that'd be like if we legalized all drugs, that'd be a good business because then what you could do was you could set up areas like a building where it'd be like those psych wards where it's all padded walls.
Yeah.
You'd have you could have some fucking games or there or some shit to do, like if you were taking serious stuff, and then you'd be under watch if you were taking like meth, heroin.
It would be
coke.
all manufactured.
Yeah, it'd be.
And I feel like good drug like owners would. Like, say somebody would kept going and they kept getting too much, they wouldn't sell because they want the guy to keep coming back for business, so they wouldn't give him too much at once. You know what I'm saying?
They'd keep them,
you're not going to give enough for this guy to kill himself.
And it's like it's a fixed rate. Like you wouldn't have to buy like an 8-ball or a couple grams of weed. You'd go in, you'd be like, all right, this is how much time this drug will like get you high for. You go in, you do your drugs, and then you come out, and then you go about your day.
And then you have them wait like a 24-day period?
Yeah, you have them wait like 3 days or something before they can come back. And then you tax the shit out of the drugs that the businesses are selling. The people are safe.
You manufacture them so there's no middleman.
It's like a needle exchange except, on steroids.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
It would be, I think it would actually work out.
Yeah, like it's...
Because if you, like... Not saying
plus, and it bring drug crime down because there wouldn't be people shooting each other over drugs. Less people going to jail and there wouldn't be cartels trying to move drugs into America any way they can because it's legal here. People can get them manufactured by companies that
why risk a drug deal when you can go to the store if they pay like $20 more or something,
Not even.
And you're getting something that is like not gonna be
a gram of weed in Colorado is like $7.
Yeah.
Well, it also depends. Because Kyle went to Colorado, and they spent a lot of money.
Yeah, but he was trying all that extra shit, though.
My point, it depends, because I feel like the $7 gram is not going to be the best shit in the world either. Yeah. You sure there's $7 grams? I'm asking right now. I don't think there is.
It might be 7.
But you can, if you wanted to...
Kyle's eating a snake. He wants to get a fucking... Why
does he want a snake?
He said they're bad as fuck. And he said they're $250. I forgot he said that. They live like 30 years.
Jesus.
This one does.
State average is $12 a gram. Denver, it's $12. Fort Collins, it's $12.
Kyle, how much is the cheapest gram of weed you saw in Colorado? Watch it be like $4. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be surprised if it's cheaper because you're also trying to compete with people,
Yeah. Capitalism would drive your prices down anyways.
I want to see what he says.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but you'd have to get past people's fear of drugs. If you were able to sell it as to people who are already addicted to the drugs and they're
pretty much
they
make
don't
it
know
like
what
a
they're
hotel
getting.
service.
Yeah, it's you do your drugs, however much it is,
bro.
Yeah,
a hotel service you do it, you get a fucking room for the night, you get fucked up.
Yeah.
Dude, we got a business. That's tough.
Well, we'd have to change a lot of laws,
but somebody would be there, overwatch of you. You have a nursing staff.
No windows, no mirrors.
That could weigh you and do all the proper things and keep an eye on you.
If you have an allergic reaction to whatever it is, there's someone there monitoring you.
Yes.
It's like a hospital that's comfortable and you can do drugs.
Bro, that's actually real. If they were to do it, that'd be such a good idea. Because for a business to have a hotel.
For a business, and it's cut down on almost all crime.
And then you can make a statewide database where when somebody comes in, you type in their name, have a photograph, you send it out to the database, and then go.
You do it right near the hospital. You build it right there. Just in case some shit goes down, ship them off.
Yeah.
That would actually like the hotel servers if they were to do it, that'd actually be a really good idea in my opinion. I think you'd make a lot of money, dude.
They'd have a room. Hey, all drugs are illegal. It's $250 a night to do heroin, whatever, and drugs would be manufactured in a lab. So you're not getting fucking heroin mixed with fentanyl or weed mixed with fentanyl and all these crazy drug mixtures. You're just getting this. It'd be pretty much giving somebody like, hey, you can come spend the night in the hospital to do some Oxycontin.
That'd be such a good way to do it. Because, like, by the time, like, they wake up, you can drive. You can leave.
And then?
That'd be a really good idea.
So you have to do it when you come in. You have to do a 24-hour period. That's the goal.
Everybody's weekend, they're like, fuck work. They just go and get fucked.
We'll go do some heroin.
Yeah, I got a day off.
But, like, the problem would be, like, club drugs like Molly, because you don't want to take Molly and then go sit in a room like yourself.
I don't think you would have to do just a room. I think you would have a lot of security because you don't want people leaving.
Yeah.
It's the whole point of the room. But there would be like you could have a bar down there, or not necessarily even a bar, just a place like people can just
hang out,
fucking start fucking with the music,
like a ballroom or something.
Yeah,
where like people are like, all right, we want to have a rave,
and you'd have no
drug
pool.
place, and then everybody pays their amount for Molly, weed, coke, whatever they want to have while they party.
Right before the lethal threshold, everyone gets weighed, measured.
I think you do $100 for the room per night, and then they would have to pay for the drugs. I think so many people would do it because, and especially if you put it in like a fucking, I don't want to like Ohio or something like that. That like even Ohio would be a good place to do it because people would go do it, and they would pay the $100 for the room and pay for the drugs.
And then after that, they have a mandatory counseling at the end of the session.
Yeah, you go through like a mental questionnaire, like how are you feeling? Because like Molly's a hell of a drug to come off of. So like ecstasy and Molly are.
I mean, there are obviously some drugs you want to put on people. Like I wouldn't do shrooms there because bad trips, and there are some things you.
I think you do shrooms. I think if you're doing shrooms, you would have to stay in the room.
Yeah, as long as you cater to the drug.
Yeah, but what if somebody took shrooms and then they get really fucked up and their life's never the same and they shoot the shit out of you? You sign a waiver?
I mean.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's manufactured. I don't know what kind of shit they're doing. Because, dude, the whole point of this, though, would all drugs have to be legal. You're trying to stop all fucking dealing
all
and shit.
Illegal,
so that's what I'm saying, and you got to know the consequence. That's why I'm saying you'd be right near a fucking hospital.
Yeah, and that puts the responsibility on people to know, well, if I start doing heroin, there's probably still a high chance. It'd
pretty much just be like a drug... No, it'd be a drug use nursing home.
Yeah, like, pretty much. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, yeah, and I would 100% agree with the signing of the waiver for any drug. I don't give a fuck. I'd be like, you got to sign your name real quick every time. Because if you die this visit,
and
you know your limit. Like, yeah.
We gave you the right dose. We have records of whatever your dose is, and how much we gave you, how much we, when we monitored you, when we checked on you.
You'd have to make it safe because if somebody had a bad trip and decided to break a fucking light bulb and then cut their wrist, you're fucked.
I would do recessed lighting.
Yeah, that's why, and I would do no windows. I know, people would be like, "What the fuck?" I wouldn't even do any. If it was a window, you can't.
For different
there's
drugs.
no way you can break the window. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just have these are the people with the hallucinogens. There's snacks and there's shit in there, and it's padded.
You got Cheez-Its.
It's padded all the way around.
Well, there's snacks in every place.
They're not gonna get hurt just I don't know, smashing their head against the wall because they're having a bad trip.
You do a bouncy you do bouncy house fucking walling, so it's they're fucking banging their head on a fucking bounce.
And then some people know what's good to watch on shrooms. Then you have that playing so they can have
you'd
a good
watch
trip.
so many vibrant fucking colors kind of shit,
like Planet Earth or something. And then
you might fuck with them too hard.
And then you have I don't know, if you want to have people want to do party drugs, you have all right. So this is we're scheduling a rave tonight. Here's our fees for Molly, coke, and weed. And you can get a certain amount of each one that we've measured. If you want, you have a measured amount how much you can mix.
You can't do 2 drugs at one time. I would never do that.
As a business, yeah. You can get one, and then that's your drug for the night. You're done.
Technically, I would say not necessarily, because by then you would know a lot of science about mixing drugs.
But yeah, also, what's to stop them from getting drugs from other? I guess you could have that in the waiver.
You go in a stage room.
Don't use someone else's drugs.
Yeah.
And I would make it, how your IDs get scanned? Make a federal database. Every time somebody comes up, have to scan their ID and match. Because what's to stop somebody from going here and then 24 hours
I feel like you
later?
could make so much fucking money doing that. I really do.
And I feel like you would cut down.
That's such a smart idea, though. Like a hotel service.
And the
I feel
government
like you would cut
tax
down
the
on addiction.
shit out of the business.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you do that for a night, like it's pretty costly, but it's like it's fucking worth it. Like it's legal. I got a night to myself. $100.
I'm relaxing. I'm not trying to go get coke. From,
and you're not going out and driving because you have to stay there for 24 hours. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you still would probably have some illegal drug sales. Though, like I don't want to go pay for this rave.
No doubt, you're never gonna get rid of that.
What do you think you would cut down? 70% of all drug crimes?
I
feel like a lot of people be worried about like heroin users are probably worried that they're gonna get bad shit and OD. So I feel like you would cut down heroin a lot. Meth would be hard. I don't know.
Meth would be hard.
I don't know much about meth because anybody can make meth if you have enough, chemistry.
I mean, Breaking Bad, they proved that.
Yeah, if you have enough chemistry know-how, you can make it yourself.
Smells like cat piss. My grandparents had somebody make a meth lab in their rental house.
I think for a lot of people it would, for like some drugs, the only reason why I wouldn't go down more like weed or something is because some people want to keep some people in business, or they're too far deep as is.
No, I think weed you could just treat like alcohol.
But like you're not the people getting their say like a dealer now, they're not gonna be able to get licensed, most likely.
For a business.
Yeah, not a dealer, like a supplier, like the main people up in the chain. They're not gonna be able to get shit because they probably already have a record of selling. And I'm assuming if someone had a record of selling, you're not letting them get a business license because they did illegal for years. Why would you let them do illegal now?
Just so your drug dealers aren't drug dealers anymore. Then you can hire drug dealers. So instead of just cutting drug dealers out, you hire them to work for.
But why would the people that were breaking the law get a pass now? You know what I'm saying?
It's not a pass. They don't get the business license, but they become.
So that's what I'm saying. So the supplier, what would they do? You're saying they would be screwed, right? Because I mean, they were doing it illegal for years. That's what I'm saying. I think there would be people that'd be like, "Oh, they're my boy. I'm gonna buy from them, and I'm gonna get cheaper."
Yeah.
But then again, I think the drug prices would drop a lot because, like we said, capitalism would.
You'd also run the risk of the employees who selling drugs out the back door.
Because it would still happen, we know.
Yeah, because you have access to this much drugs, to a huge array of drugs.
I mean, a company would have to set in process certain inventory counts at the end. It
would be hard, but in the end, it would be worth it.
Like people running a dispensary in Colorado, it'd have to run like that for the drug stuff. Like if you were really worried about it, you could have a security guard who has the key to the vault, and everything is pre-measured when it gets there, and the security guard opens it, finds it, hands the person the drugs. And then
you'd be doing takeout and shit.
Yeah.
Or pick up and then you pick up and go in the fucking hotel. That'd be tough, dude.
So we'll see.
How long has this shit been? Hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll cut it off there. It's been a hot minute. That's a long episode. My back's starting to sweat.
I know, but my asshole been dripping, dude. It's like that. It's like when we're playing Call of Duty, Caleb.
Well, we want to thank you guys for watching. As you know, you can always check us out on Instagram at Ksammedia Group. You can also check out Corey on Instagram at Corey_stayback. Caleb, do you want these people to check you out on Instagram?
Yeah, Caleb, what's your Instagram at? Hey, just give it to me real quick.
I don't even know it actually.
Oh shit.
Check him out on Ladies on No School Idea.
Hey, he always consistently likes the post when I post about podcasts. He's always liking that shit.
Exactly, so you can find him there on the likes.
All right, well, thanks for watching.
Big